rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezie. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I'm excited to be here with y'all rocking. So I got some things I want to talk to y'all about, man. I got some predictions on my mind. Got some predictions that I want to share with y'all. Got some graphics I'm going to pull up. And with these predictions and such, I want you to keep in mind that these may not happen straight out of the gate, but these are season-long predictions. My dog is down here snoring. Wow. Okay. So these are season-long predictions, right? These are things that I think will happen before the end of the season. How y'all doing out there tonight? How y'all doing, man? It's good to see y'all. It's good to be with y'all. You know what I mean? Let me work on a few things here. Looks as if if I'm going to be by myself tonight. But either way, you know I rock and roll, man. I like being with y'all. So, yeah, I know how it is. Right. I got some predictions on tap, but of course, we'll talk about some things that y'all want to talk about too. Just want to get these out there in the stratosphere first. Have it be our talking point, so to speak. And then from there, you know, we'll do what then we'll do what it is that y'all want to talk about. Right? Yo, Michael Hansen, what's good? What's good? Busy, boss. Working on the video. So I'm working on the video. It's the reason why I was a smidge late, but I'm working on a video. Working on a video. I'm gonna probably try to put it out sometime tonight. It's long, like 13 minutes. But you know, it'll be one of those that touches on things from a true Knicks fan's perspective, right? Like I don't have to be objective. I'm a fan. I don't have to be objective. I don't work for the New York Times or the New York Post or ESPN. I'm a fan, right? So I'm just breaking it down from a fan's perspective. Worldwide L is in the building. For sure. Julian Blum is in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, Worldwide L, I didn't even know. My bad. I didn't even, man, I was working on this video. I missed everything. People was coming on. I was getting alerts. I was working on the video. My bad, man. I just had a video on my heart, man. I had to kind of try to crank it out. Rich Boys in the building. What's good? Maybe if I used technology, I wouldn't have to yell. You know what I mean? But hey, Miss Geraldine is in the building. It's good to see you. How you doing? Y'all ready to talk some Knicks? Y'all ready to get these predictions out here? I'm ready to get these predictions out here. I am. I'm ready to get these predictions out here and share them with you. Right? And get your thoughts on whether my predictions are on base, off base, need some tweaking, whatever. You know? Yeah, I know I value most of y'all opinion. Right? I value most of y'all opinion. No lie. Yo, no lie. No lie. You know, I value most of y'all opinion. I just got bun rushed with some text messages. That's why I looked at the phone just now. But I value most of y'all opinion. I'm ready to get to something right now. Right? I'm ready to pull something up, and I want y'all to tell me how it is y'all feel about it. I'm trying to get it here where it'll look halfway decent when I pull it up. John Talento was in the building. What's good? Good to see you. John Talento's in the building. Wilson Ding is in the building. What's good? Nah, Wilson Ding. Nah, I ain't selling my teddy bears, man. I'm rearranging Studio G. Right? I'm rearranging Studio G. It was actually my daughter's room. She moved out, and I kind of moved in here because Miss Mocha was like, yo, you talk too loud in the living room. I know you love the Knicks, but all our neighbors don't need to know how much you love the Knicks. Go in the room. And I was like, girl, who you think you talking to? I'll be in the room. So we decided to turn it into Studio G. We decided to turn it into Studio G, right? So I got I got something here I'm gonna share with y'all. Right. I'm ready to pull it up right now. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that pretty good? Yeah, y'all. Miss Mocha was like, you talk so loud in the living room, don't nobody want to hear. Our neighbors, they talk about who is Mitchell Robinson. And she was like, go in the room. And I was like, who you talking to, girl? Listen, I'm Uncle Freezie, got dog it. I'll be in the room. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So anyway, so I got some predictions I want to share. Right? Got some predictions I want to share, some season predictions. And I want y'all to bear with me, right? And understand that I am a Knicks fan. I am not a journalist. I'm a Knicks fan. I didn't go to school for journalism. I didn't go to Northwestern. I don't work for ESPN. I'm a fan just like y'all. So I want y'all to understand that when I do these predictions and going forward, that I'm a Knicks fan, right? I don't have inside connections and sources and all this stuff. I'm just a Knicks fan, right? Sherwin M, what's good? Sherwin M says Vegas now have the Knicks and Indiana tied for 8th and 9th place. 1100% agree. I'm not gonna get to that yet. I'm gonna save that for last. Right. Keyshawn is in the building. What's good? Sam Holt, what's good? I see you. All right. I'm gonna get down to the nitty-gritty now. I'm gonna show this first and give you a second to look at it. And then I'm gonna get into it. Right. I want y'all to look at what it is that I put here. And then I'm gonna get into it. Okay. Because I put some thought into this. And my thought processes, or however you want to say it, my thought processes were one of fandom first, analytics second, and on-court basketball experience, playing and coaching third. Right? I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. So it's fandom, analytics, experience, playing and coaching. And this is how I arrived at all of these predictions. So remember, I'm a fan, right? So my first prediction is Julius Randle will make the All-Star team again. I didn't say he was going to start. Hey, D-Ras, what's good? Didn't say he was going to start. Said he's going to make the team. Right? I think Julius Randle will become a 2-time All-Star for the New York Knicks. And I know for some are going to say, whoop-de-doo, 2-time All-Star for the Knicks, blah, blah, blah. Such and such made such and such made, the All-Star team 1,000 times. I don't care. I don't care about who was here in the past. And I don't care who you think is who could be better. What I'm telling you is that Randle is going to make the All-Star team again. Right? And I think Randle is going to make the All-Star team on the strength of team basketball. Julius Randle is a very good defender for his position. And I know you guys are going to say, no, Randle don't do blocks and all that stuff. In terms of defensive rotations, Randle is superior. Defensive IQ and things of that sort, Randle is superior. Chuck Allen, what's good? You know what I mean? Randle is a good, very good defender. Is he in a above the rim shot blocker? No. But all good defenders don't have to be, but you don't have to be a highlight film to be a good defender. You just have to be smart and energetic and dialed in. Right? Allah Wise. What's good? What's good? So Keyshawn says, hey, Chuck Allen, what's good? So Keyshawn says that Julius Randle is a good defender when his offense is fun. Nah, man. Randle is a good defender all the time. Analytics show. I pulled up a stat, and I'm not going to pull it up tonight. Right? But I pulled it up in the past and showed it to you on ESPN.com. We had 2 forwards that were in the top 5 in defensive win share metrics. That means across the board, on average, these guys were better than most of the league. Number 3 was Julius Randle. Number 5 was R.J. Barrett. Number 18 on that list was Reggie Bullock. You heard me. Number 3 on that list was Julius Randle. Number 5 on that list was R.J. Barrett. And number 18 on that list was Reggie Bullock. You know what I mean? So what I'm getting at is this. Based on last year's numbers and such, Julius Randle was a very good defender. Is he an above the rim shot blocker? No. You know, is RJ Barrett the Matrix on D? Is he a Sean Marion type defender? No. Is he smart though? Is he a smart defender? Yes. Does he get beat backdoor? Teams get beat backdoor, right? Teams get beat backdoor and bad rotations. So if a team rotates poorly, the last guy that you see in the picture looks like the guy that was sleeping on D, and it may not have even been his fault. Right? And I know you say, well, Knox got beat backdoor. Yeah, Knox was the third worst defender in the league out of about 400 something bodies. But RJ Barrett is not Kevin Knox defensively. Right? So I mentioned Julius Randle, and this is my prediction, will make the All-Star team again. Right? Again. Will he start? I don't know. Nobody knows for certain if he'll start. But will he make the team? I think he will. Right? I also predict that Julius Randle will make the All-NBA second team again. I predict Julius Randle will make the All-NBA, second team again. Right? I think there's no doubt in my mind that Randle will make the All-NBA second team again. If he does what he did last season with a little help from his friends. With a little help. Right? Brooklyn Buddha's in the building. C-Mac was good. Was good. So I think Julius Randle makes the All-NBA second team again. And this time, I don't think it's a stretch. This time, I think he roller skates into the NBA All-NBA second team. I think he moonwalks into the All-NBA second team. And the reason why I say that is because of point number 2. C-Mac was good, my guy. Was good. So point number 2 looks like a stretch, right? But I'm telling you, I don't believe it is. So for one, once Julius Randle entered his prime years about 3 years ago, he was a 20 and 10 guy. So 20 and 10 for Julius Randle is nothing. Right? 20 and 10 for Julius Randle is nothing. But the number that pops out to most of you is either the 6 assists or the 27 points. And if you go by efficiency, so Julius Randle shot about 45% from the floor last season because he was the double team the third most amount of times in the league. You know what I'm saying? You would think that would be LeBron James. The third most amount of times, you would think that would be Giannis Antetokounmpo. The third most amount of times, you would think that would be James Harden. Right? The third most amount of double teams in the league last season was Julius Randle. Not Kyrie Irving, not Kevin Durant, not Steph Curry, not Damian Lillard, not LeBron James. Julius Randle. Right? Think about what I said now. The person double teamed the third most amount of times in the NBA last season was Julius Randle, not Steph Curry. Right? Not Steph Curry. Not Zion Williamson. Not Giannis Antetokounmpo. Not Bradley Beal. Not Zach LaVine. Not Devin Booker. Not Kevin Durant. Not James Harden. Not Jason Tatum. Not Joel Embiid. But I got Julius Randle. And the Knicks know this. The Knicks know this. So they went out and got guys to play with Randle to prevent Julius Randle from being double teamed. Right? So you go out and get Kemba Walker. He can create his own shot and create shots for others. You go out and get Evan Fournier. He can create his own shot and create shot for others. You already have RJ Barrett, who can create his own shot and create shots for others that are shot makers. Because last year he tried to do it and he didn't have shot makers. Brooklyn Butch, what's good? What's good? Hey, Brooklyn Butch. Hey, that's a great point, and I'm going to speak to that. You read my mind, bro. You read my mind. I ain't gonna lie to you. You read my mind. You said we need Randle to score more significant points in the last 5 minutes of a game in order to take the lead along with RJ. Yep. But guess what happens in the last 5 minutes of games, bro? You can't double and triple team Julius Randle with Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker, Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, guys that look to score on the floor. Right? Now, what power forward in this league can guard Julius Randle one-on-one aside from Giannis Antetokounmpo? Outside of Giannis, what power forward did not get the business from Julius Randle this season? You can't name them because in most cases, Julius Randle was being double teamed. Yo, Spree is in the building. What's good, Spree? It's good to see you, boss. Spree says they can do that bogus quasi zombie zone. Yeah. And y'all know the zombie zone where they put the worst defender on Julius, then bring a spy, right? Have a spy look Julius Randle in his eyes the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And then bring the zombie dude that just walked towards you. Number 27 from the Bulls is the best example because he also did it with the Celtics. Where he just put his hands up, is like, oh, Julius Randle, look at me, I'm coming. The Frankenstein march towards Julius, not really, going to Julius to double team, but putting his hands up towards Julius, right? So the zombie wouldn't commit. So Julius held the ball, and people would say Julius Randle held the ball too long. That will be a no-go this season. There is no power forward in this league that can guard Julius Randle one-on-one. Whether it's the small, athletic power forwards like John Collins, whether it's the shooting power forwards, the small power forwards, athletic power forwards like John Collins, or the big, tall, spot up 3-point shooting power forwards like Davis Bertans, or the endomorph power forwards like Zion. It doesn't matter. Julius Randle did them all. And all you have to do is look at a defensive specialist like Anthony Davis in the Lakers game where Julius Randle gave him the business in Los Angeles. Y'all remember that game? That's the game that Derrick Rose didn't box out Wes Matthews, and Wes Matthews tipped in the shot at the buzzer to tie it up to go to overtime. Y'all remember that? All we needed to do was get a bad shot from a streaky shooter so they can miss and we could win the game. That's exactly what we got. Derrick Rose didn't box out. Wes Matthews got the tip in at the buzzer. And we wound up losing to the Lakers in overtime. Yeah, I remember that game. Julius Randle gave Kyle Kuzma and Anthony Davis the business. Right? And I'm not blaming Derrick Rose for the loss. Whatever happened, happened. Whatever happened, happened. Man, it's over with. It's water under the bridge. Let's move on. Even if we had won that game, we'd still been the 4th seed. So it don't even matter. All of that is water under the bridge. Right? Here's the other thing, though. Here's the other thing. Now that Julius Randle can kill teams from the post, if they send the double team, that means we have guys on a perimeter that's going to shoot 38, 39, 40+% from three, including the likes of RJ Barrett, Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, Alec Burks, Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickley, and if we're fortunate enough, our young guys off the bench who are itching to make a name for themselves. They're itching to make a name for themselves. And to me, here's the most important thing about this prediction. Right? The most important thing about the prediction is after this season, after Julius Randle makes another All-Star team, after Julius Randle averages 27, 10, and 6, after Julius Randle is selected to all NBA second team again, the biggest accolade of this season will be that the Knicks will make Julius Randle a beloved Knick. Right? For the love of game, what's good? What's good, y'all? After Julius accomplishes these first three things, Julius Randle will become a beloved Knick. You will start to see people wearing Julius Randle jerseys. Right now, I don't know why they won't buy Julius Randle jerseys, but after this season, people will start to buy Julius Randle jerseys. When's the last time you ever saw the Knicks' best player not have his jersey be the top seller on his own team? Ain't that odd? That's odd, right? People don't buy Julius Randle jerseys like they bought Frank Ntilikina jerseys or RJ Barrett jerseys or Kristaps Porzingis jerseys. Right? But after this season, the city will love Julius Randle. Right? The city will embrace, the fan base will embrace Julius Randle after this season. So what do y'all think? Y'all agree? What do y'all think about my predictions for Julius Randle? What do y'all think about that? Julius Randle is makes the All NBA team for the second time. All NBA second team again. All-Star again. Averages 27, 10, and 6. But most importantly, becomes a beloved Knick by the fan base. Right? The main reason why Julius Randle may not be beloved by the entire fan base is because they just want to see it one more time from Julius Randle. Because they've been through the years of the Derek Williams being in a spotlight for the Knicks. Y'all remember Derek Williams, the number 2 pick in the draft bust, came to the Knicks, didn't do much, but he was a highlight reel waiting to happen. Y'all remember Michael Beasley when he said he was the Bizarro Mello, right? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, man? Y'all remember Enes Kanter, and y'all remember that? Certain sect of Knicks fans are tired of guys coming in here doing it one time, getting a big payday, and whatever. Julius Randle is not that guy. Julius Randle has shown you that he's not about the money. He is about the Knicks. What else do you need to know if you're a Knicks fan? If you're a Knicks fan, what else do you need to know about Julius Randle? He proved he's an all-star, got your team to the playoffs, and he's not about the money. Sherwin M says, I am biased. I am and was a Randle fan from day one. I wanted the Knicks to get Randle. I was never a Melo fan. So I have some Melo stuff I want to talk about, but I won't talk about it on this live stream. Maybe we'll talk about it on another live stream about the impact of Carmelo Anthony. Right? But I will say this. If Julius Randle takes this team to the playoffs for second straight season, he will be a beloved Knick player by the fan base. And so when I say beloved, I don't mean Emmanuel Mudiay loved. Like, you remember Mudiay had those streaks of games where he was averaging about 18 a game or whatever? No, I don't mean that. I mean loved forever. Loved forever. Right? But for the sake of wanting to get to y'all conversation, I'm going to try to move a little bit quicker on this because I'm going to pull up one, and I know this is going to be a debate waiting to happen. So we'll move on to RJ Barrett. We'll move on to RJ Barrett. When discussing or when thinking about when doing my notes for RJ Barrett is polarizing, y'all. RJ Barrett is polarizing because G-Man, what's good? So RJ Barrett is polarizing in a sense because some members of the fan base want RJ Barrett to become the best player.
Right.
And some think that RJ Barrett does not have the physical tools to be the best player on a championship level team. Right? But my prediction for this upcoming season is RJ Barrett becomes a very good defensive wing player He averages 21, 6, and 5. He misses the All-Star team, not because of his on-the-court performance, but because the media does not like RJ Barrett. And the last thing is RJ Barrett will get in his bag this year offensively with improved handles, and that's what he's working on. Being able to step into his three and create shots and things of that sort, misdirection, things of that sort. You'll see RJ Barrett have 10 30-point games this season. Right? 10 30-point games out of 82. That means every 8.2 games, RJ Barrett will go for 30. Right? It's just what it is. It seems like a lot, but for a guy that averages 20-something points a game, you can have that from an RJ Barrett. How you doing tonight, man?
Man, I'm having so many technical difficulties right now. It ain't even funny. I tried to change my setup, and I did it on the fly, and that was a mistake. I would never do this again, ever in life. But hey, it's good to be seen. It's good to see you, Uncle Freezie. You know what I'm saying? The Nick at Night family. Hey, we up in the building tonight. So again, I like numbers to add up, right? I like for when we got 39 people watching, I'd like to see 39 likes. That's all I'm saying. I would like to see that. So, hey, my man, I got to get some special shout outs, right? Because my man Spree is in the building. I ain't seen Spree in a minute. Hey, welcome back, my brother. It's good to see you. And my antagonist is in the building. He always gets love when he comes up in here for sure. That's my man Gregory Castillo. You know what I'm saying? You got Sherman up it, Sherman. You know what I'm saying? Sherman M's in the building. Hey, salute to all you fine gentlemen that's up in here. So Freezie.
My dog going crazy. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I got you. So when G-Man is on the panel, I always got to have my sippy cup, right? That's a foregone conclusion. I'm always gonna have a sippy cup. But hold on, because I am not in the frame right now. How am I not in the frame right now? What is really going on? Oh, okay. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I assume just by what's up on the screen that we've been talking about one Mr. RJ Barrett. So in the chat, I would like to hear from you as to what you believe would be a successful season for one Mr. RJ Barrett. What are you looking for from him? What are you looking for? So RB Barron says, whatever happened to Man, it's the Knicks podcast. So Ron Cleveland chose to, he had other things going on in real life that took his time away from what he really wanted to do, so he ended the podcast. So there is a situation or two to where he may make some special guest appearances or whatever case may be. But I have to respect the decision that he made, that he's going to pursue the things that he's passionate about in life. You know what I'm saying? I can't dispute that. And we miss him for sure, but we can't dispute the fact that he's out there doing what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? G-Man, how do you feel when Slayton dropped that TD? Gregory, I'm telling you right now, man, I'm still trying to get over that fact and what happened in that game for sure. There was a lot of things that went on in that game that shouldn't have put that dude in that type of position. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Long Island Sound, salute. Robert Parr is in the building. What's good? And then when you look, I'm looking in the chat right there. And guess who I see, ladies and gentlemen? Guess who just walked in the building? No other than One City for Real is in the building. Oh, this show tonight about to be on and popping. So if you know somebody and you know somebody that knows somebody, tell them what we got going on right now. Tell them to tune in. You don't want to miss this. You do not want to miss what's about to going on. Hey, listen, as I always say, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight. And that's what's important. That is what is important. I didn't mean to hijack Freezie's take. I have no idea where he was in the take. Haduka Sharon is in the building. Hard Will is in the building. What's good? What's good? Man, look, it's about to be on the pop tonight, Freezie. What we got going on, my brother?
Yeah, man. I'm doing the predictions, the season predictions, and just want to remind everybody that sometimes, we criticize each other for not being. Let me see here. I just got a weird restart thing.
Mm-hmm.
Am I frozen?
No, I see you moving.
Okay.
Oh no. You are frozen. For sure.
Let me. Yeah, this is weird, man.
You having the same tech issues I'm having, because I was like for a minute I couldn't even get it in the building.
Right. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and then because it may just be StreamYard, but anyway, what I wanted to get to, is this. So RJ Barrett is this season will become a very good defensive player. Last year, he was a very good defensive player. Health withstanding, he had the issues last year with the ankle sprains and stuff.
Right.
He fought through it. Was still a good defender. Some people will say average to, depending on where he was on the floor. You know what I'm saying? On the wing, he was a good defender. Down low, he was not.
Right.
But injuries happen. We have to give these players some love. You know what I'm saying? Because when guys go out there and gut it out, regardless, you have to show them some love.
Agree.
Right.
I agree 100%.
Because some guys won't play through it. So, my predictions for RJ is that RJ will become a very good wing defender this season. He will also average 21, 6, and 5 on very efficient shooting splits. Right? I'm predicting RJ Barrett to shoot around 80% from the free throw line.
Okay.
Around 40% from 3, and around 45, 46% from the floor. Those are very high numbers.
Very generous
high
numbers.
Yeah,
yes.
Very generous numbers for.
Yes.
But you know what though? Those numbers look different when you have talent surrounding you. Right?
True. That's a true statement. Yeah, I agree with that.
Right.
I agree with that.
But I don't, however, think he will make the All-Star team because the media is biased against RJ Barrett. Right. Against RJ Barrett. They are biased against. They don't want to give him credit for anything. Right.
Right.
But the other thing too that's going to be more impressive than that is I think RJ Barrett will have at least 10 30-point games. That's a lot.
It is. That's a huge statement right there. That's huge. Huge. Yeah. And you think about, and you mentioned before, his supporting cast. If he's having 30-point games, guess what everybody else is doing? Oh my God. That's very impactful. So if he's able to do that, then the Knicks are on that next level. That's a next level team that people really have to scheme for.
Right. So just for the sake of, and so for everybody watching, I'm gonna splice this up later and put my predictions out in a very short video, right? But what I wanted everybody to understand is that we are fans and we're not media.
Right.
So when we say these things, it's based on us being steeped in Knicks basketball and not trying to be Mark Berman. I'm not him and he's not me.
Right. Facts.
So and I'm not dissing that man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dissing that man to big up my trade. What I'm saying is facts. I'm not him and he's not me.
Right.
So I'm going to move on to Emmanuel quickly. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. This slide is wrong. Hold on. Let me fix this. I don't know why this thing becomes a variant. No, that's not.
Bench score. Okay. That's a little better.
Yes, that's what I meant to have up there. And I don't know why it didn't show, but anyway.
It is what it is.
Emmanuel quickly will become. Oh, so I see I have it up there twice, so I can delete the first one. I'll delete the first one.
Okay.
Nobody perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Hey, look, if we were, we would have a different name.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right.
For sure.
Emmanuel quickly. So, Emmanuel quickly, in my opinion, will average 18 and 4. He will become 18 and 4. But the surprising thing is not the 4 assists, because assists are a two-way stat.
Right. Yeah.
Because even though you make the pass, somebody else got to make the shot.
That's right. 100%.
Where I think he gets 3 rebounds. That's impressive to me for a guy his size.
Right.
Because in theory, he and Russell Westbrook are the same size.
Right.
But Russell Westbrook looks different.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? At 6'3", 190. Both are listed at 6'3", 190, but Russell Westbrook looks like a man. You know what I'm saying?
He does. I agree. But I'm gonna tell you the thing that jumps out at me and looking at this slide has a 40-point game. You believe quickly we'll have a 40-point game?
Yep.
And the crazy part about this is I can't disagree with that statement. I can't, based on the way that our roster is currently constructed right now, right? Because I have to believe in my heart of hearts. When people start scheming for the Knicks, they're going to scheme for the starting 5. They're going to pay a little bit of attention to the people coming off the bench. I think when you talk about bench players, they'll put more emphasis on a Burks. They put more emphasis on a D Rose. They put more emphasis on a Nerlens Noel, and not giving so much energy to an Emmanuel Quickly.
Right.
So I can see that happen. I can definitely see that.
I'm going to say it's going to happen because true scorers, occasionally have those nights where they can shoot a bowling ball through a straw.
Facts.
It happens, bro.
It does.
Michael Jordan had a 69-point game against the best defense in the NBA one year.
I agree.
Right. The Cleveland Cavaliers had the best defense in the league, and they had a defender named Ron Harper.
Yep.
Who was an elite defender. And Michael Jordan scored 69 points on them.
I remember that. I remember. I think that the catalyst in this whole, the fly in the ointment right here is this. Will the coaching staff allow these players to continue to burn and not take them out of the game?
Yep.
That is the fly in the ointment right now.
You coach different when you have different personnel.
You do.
Right?
You absolutely do.
Like, for instance, if the Giants could run the football, they'd have won that game last night.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
We wouldn't be talking about ifs and fifths and all that stuff. If they could run the football for 4.5 yards, if they could run it for 4.5 yards a carry, they wouldn't have had to do all these weird did such and such with
gimmick plays.
Yeah. And so Tibbs will coach this team differently based on the personnel. You have to give credit to Tibbs. You know, these guys are listen, Tom Thibodeau has forgotten more basketball in the last 10 seconds than we will ever learn in our lifetime.
That's a fact.
And we criticize these coaches on like, oh man, his rotation's this, his such and such that. Nah, bro. These dudes know exactly what they're doing. They have access to so much information that they get information overload, right?
Facts.
And we watch the game on TV.
Yeah. And Monday morning quarterback it every day.
Yeah.
Every day. That's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the thing about Quickly is I think he'll have a 40-point game, and it'll be in a game that's nationally televised with everybody looking.
That would
That
be
was
huge.
that was my prediction initially, but it's just too much to type. It's just too much to put on a slide.
I'm with you, but that would be huge. If he's able to do that, that would be huge. And I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities for that to take place by no stretch of the imagination, not even almost. To your point, I believe that the supporting cast is going to be strategic in how the team operates.
Right.
But I guess my concern is how quickly can the people that's orchestrating this offense pick up on what's going on the floor and make those adjustments.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I want to get through these last two slides, and then
Okay,
we'll get to those type predictions.
Okay,
right?
all right.
So Quickly will become an elite bench scorer, 14 points a game, 11 points a game, 12. But that ain't gonna do. That's not elite. That's regular.
Yeah.
Right. That's Alec. That's Alec Burks.
Alec Burke. Yeah, I was about to say that. Yes. Yes.
Quickly, however, has things that don't require him to get hot. He has a offensive package, and I saw him working on his handles this summer.
Mm-hmm.
And if he is working on handles this summer, the sky is the limit for this kid.
Okay.
Right? The sky is the limit for this kid. Right? So I'm gonna get into this last prediction, right? And then we'll get to season predictions like you mentioned. So Kevin Knox. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Knox, in my opinion, this is my opinion. People are going to root so hard for Kevin Knox to be successful after the way they saw Frank Ntilikina leave, that they know if this is a trend, that means Obi Toppin is next out the door. Right? Because if Frank busted and Knox busted, then that means Obi might bust, and a couple of people in his draft class might bust also. Right. And so what you want to do is buck that trend with somebody that's already here, and not buck the trend with somebody that you're going to draft in the future. You want to stop it. You want to stop the bleeding right away. Right? You want to stop the bleeding right away. City for real, what's good?
Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Ladies and gentlemen,
good?
Put your hands together for new edition's very own Ron DeVoe, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, I don't know if my joint is gonna work tonight, but I'm filleting some stuff right now, so I'm doing some things, like, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to chime in just to say what's up to my people, what's up to my fam, what's going on, G, man? Yo, Uncle Freezie. Yo, did you get the joint that I sent you earlier, yo? The joint in the cooler?
I saw it.
Got him. We
finally, right?
Oh, man. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. But yo, I just wanted to say what's up, man. And I'm here for a little bit, as long as I could be here before my joint decides to do something stupid and decides to say you don't need to be on right now and cut me off when I'm trying to do the roll call. That's what happened last night, and I was mad, yo. And I'm still mad about that. So I gotta vent to my people right now. Hold on, real quick. I just want to tell everybody, all of my people in the chat, my chat family, everybody, my Blood on Sands family, I'm sorry my internet cut me off when I was trying to do the roll call. That is not respectable. That is not dope, and I don't like it. And I got something to say about it, so I guarantee you I said something. Y'all don't want to know what I said, but I said something. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's squash that out. But I'm gonna be here with y'all. I'm rocking with y'all. I'm just doing a couple of things or whatever. So, let me get to doing that, and y'all keep doing what y'all doing, and I'm listening, so I'll chime in whenever I can.
Right. So I'm
Word
good.
up.
We good.
Word
Right,
up.
so,
All right.
So I'm gonna finish this slide real quick, and then we can get into to some other things. But Kevin Knox, I think, will be embraced by the fan base so much that he becomes a fan favorite just by making progress, right? And if he shows improvement, if he shows legit improvement, like if we see Kevin Knox dive on the floor for a loose ball, it's gonna probably be the play we remember for the night, right? Because Kevin Knox has been called soft, low motor, privileged kid, video game kid, all these things, draft bust, all these things, right? Even in a debate where Soulfinger and myself debated, can Kevin Knox have an Allen Houston type impact?
Right.
And thank y'all for those that participated in that also.
Facts.
For the ones that participated on the community tab. In a few minutes, I'll throw the link in there to the community tab so y'all can watch the video and vote also. But Soulfinger said Zion snatched Kevin Knox's heart out of his chest in Summer League, right?
Yeah, we remember that. Yo, come on, man. We remember. Yo, he did the Mortal Kombat, like the Shang Tsung joint where he would just snatch the soul, like, get over.
But you know what though? But here's the thing
from him, bro.
So here's the thing with that though, because that did happen, and that's a fact. And Kevin Knox at 6'9", 200 pounds, was wrestling with a guy that's 6'7", 285 for basketball, right? So what did Kevin Knox do? Kevin Knox got in the gym and put on weight. So from that moment, at 6'9", 200, you see Kevin Knox come back at 215, 217, whatever he weighs, right? Because he could have just gave up right then. But you see Kevin Knox got in the weight room and got bigger and stronger. Right. And how you judge the heart of men is not how, how many times they get knocked down, but how many times they get up.
And what they do when they get up.
Right. You don't judge the hearts of men by the one bad thing that happened to them. You judge the hearts of men by what they do when they go through something and how they react afterwards. And
Freezie. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. But
no, go ahead, man.
I would say this. I would say this about that play. If you, we've seen it a bunch of times or whatever. But if you really look at it, right, it was like, how do you say it? It was like robbing the nest of the egg. Because like when he came down, when Kevin Knox came down with the basketball, he had no idea that Zion was standing there. Zion just like grabbed the ball and just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like it. I want to give Kevin Knox his props. It wasn't like it was like a legit, like I just straight manhandled you, straight strong armed you for the ball. It was just more like he came down, Zion was there, and then the next thing you knew, right? Zion had his hands wrapped around the ball and they kind of tussled a little bit, just a little bit, like a second. And then that was it. Like it was over. Like he ripped the ball from him or whatever. But it wasn't like he didn't rob the cradle. Let's just say he did, but he didn't in a sense. Right. If that makes any sense or whatever. Or at least that's the way I saw it.
Right.
So I would say this, right? I don't think it is so much as to, and I hear what Freezie say with Knox, getting in the gym, getting his weight up, and increasing his skill set. But I'm telling you right now, if the coaching staff doesn't have confidence in what this man could bring to the forefront, he's never going to get burned. So I'm telling you right now, in training camp, what's about to happen in the next week, that Kevin Knox is going to have to show improve. This is his, in my opinion, this is his last ditch effort to show that he needs to be a part of the New York Knicks right now. If he don't prove this in training camp, then I'm sorry to say he's going to be following the same thing, the same trails as a Frank Ntilikina.
Okay.
Sorry to
So
say,
you're trying to say you're trying to say he's gonna be in Dallas and they're gonna have our whole squad that we used to have. Right?
Look, I'm gonna start calling they're not the Dallas Mavericks anymore. They're the Dallas Knicks. Let's be honest. That's what we got going on right now, City.
Right.
They're the Dallas Knicks.
Right.
And,
But
and when we have to go face them, it's gonna be a problem.
well, the thing
You
about
know
the thing. Oh well, let me finish this slide real quick, and then we can. I just wanted to finish this slide real quick, man. Just stay on point real quick, and then. But so I think Knox can become a very good bench scorer now that he has the requisite talent around him, that he can create his own shot without double teams and zones and weird exotic defenses, being implemented to stop a one-man show. Right? Teams run exotic defenses against us to stop a one-man show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so now if you have Knox on the floor with Burks, with Obi, with Quickly, with Rose, when you have threats or offensive skill players everywhere, you can't put your best bench defender on Kevin Knox. And what that allows Kevin Knox to do is grow in confidence until he can go against the best bench defender. You feel me? So it's like a situation where a rising tide raises all boats, right? You ain't never looked in the bay and saw one boat higher than the other.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's
a rising tide, a tide gonna raise all the boats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the same level. That's just how it goes. It's nature, right? And so if Quickly gets better, if Obi gets better, if the young rookie guys get better, then you'll see Knox get better. It's a rising tide that's going to raise all the boats. It's just nature, right? So with that said, I think Knox is not 3 or 4 things away from being an elite NBA player. And what I mean, well, let me say good. Knox is not 3 or 4 things away from being a good NBA player. He's one thing away, and that's confidence, right? His confidence was destroyed by a terrible regime and terrible coaching staff. Right?
I agree with that.
Right. Jake. And it's unfortunate that we weren't able to save Frank. We didn't have enough time with this coaching staff to put in time to keep Frank from going out the door. But we do have time with Kevin Knox, right? We didn't have time with Damian Dotson, right? We didn't have time with Trier and all those guys that were, unfortunately miscast with a bad team. But with Kevin Knox, this would be his second year under Tom Thibodeau.
Right.
Right. And even if Kevin Knox doesn't become that type player with us, he can become that type player somewhere else. It happened with Tony Snell.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Kevin Knox, if Kevin Knox don't work out this year, he will go to Dallas. I'm telling you. It's going to happen.
Right. And so for the last point on this slide, I think Knox becomes the first Knick to sign long-term off his rookie contract with us. And the reason why he will be able to sign long-term with us is because you'll see the marked improvement he made from year 3 to year 4. Right? Okay. If you're a Knicks fan, you don't want to see Kevin Knox be a bust. Because if Kevin Knox is a bust, that means Obi is on the same train. You don't want to see Kevin Knox be a bust. You want to see Kevin Knox be successful. And I know people will say, well, the Knicks had rookies that were successful aside from RJ Barrett. In the last 5 years, you name it. Name the rookie that was successful. Aside from RJ Barrett, name that rookie.
I think what this boils down to is whoever's in the front office and what they had to do with the people that were drafted, right? Because if you drafted the people that drafted, tell me somebody that's in the front office right now that was was involved in a Kevin Knox draft? Or are there any left?
Scott Perry.
One.
The front office is there, right? It's just not the main front office pieces. You mean
Right.
mean like the main front office pieces?
Exactly. Yes.
You
yes.
talking about like the people that the big name people.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Right. Hey,
Exactly.
G-Man, I'm gonna step out and restart my computer, man, so I can get my video back on.
I got
but I'll
you.
be right back.
The man
Okay.
that's right now, Scott Perry.
But Scott Perry is on an island right now, City. You know what I'm saying? So if these guys are not invested in the players that were drafted, then they're more apt to get traded away before anybody else. Let's be honest. So if I come into an organization and I'm looking at who's here, I'm like, I'm not invested in anybody that's here right now because I didn't hire any of you. The people that I bring in are going to have my same thought process. They're going to be working towards the same goals that I have, and we can go from there. So when we look at the Knox, I think that Kevin Knox is more apt to understand that he needs to perform well above whatever he did last year, because that's not going to get it. If he comes in here doing what he did last year, guess where he's going to be at? He's going to be on the Dallas Knicks. I'm telling you, he's going to be playing with Porzingis. He's gonna be playing with Bullock. He's gonna be playing with Ntilikina, and he's gonna be that next guy. I'm telling you.
And you know what? You know what? If that is a possibility or that is something that happens with him, I feel like he would have all of the confidence in the world because he's around guys that, like, you know what I'm saying, that he's been close to.
Yes.
Whatever that he's been rocking with. So it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be like he's stepping into something new, like, you know what I'm saying? He's stepping into something where
he's comfortable.
He already comfortable. He got guys that already know him and stuff like that or whatever. So, you know.
And you know, the crazy part about that is scary because you're motivated on two fronts, right? The first front is this. You're going to send me to a team that picks me up, and I'm playing with people that I'm familiar with, number one. So I'm not coming into a hostile environment. But then I got a chip on my shoulder to say, oh, you got rid of me. So every time I see you, every time I come to the Garden or you come to the Palace, it's about to be on and popping. And I see how we're constructed right now, but if you remove, I don't, honestly, right now, as the roster is currently constructed, I don't see how Knox get burned. The only person I see him taking out of the rotation will be a Burks. So you have to show me. Somebody, someplace has to show me where we sit an Alec Burks that we just signed a contract to, and we put a Knox in that rotation. He's been on the team for so long right now, and we haven't done that. Why would we do that now? Is my question. Why would that happen now?
Well, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't see him getting burned over Burks just because, you know, he's a vet, and
right.
If we run with the Thibodeau thing, like, then we know Tibbs likes his vets or whatever. But at the same time, Tibbs has been, you know, he's been climbing into a new era. So again, I feel like I would say this, right? The most we'll see of Knox is if situational, like, you know what I'm saying, where it calls for, like, you know what I'm saying, where, you know, somebody gets a little and I don't wish this on anybody, but somebody gets a little leg cramp or something like that, whatever, and we got to throw him in, or, you know, he's hot, like, it's one of those things where you never know, like we say this, right? We say Tibbs is the vet guy, but at the end of the day, last year he played a lot of the young guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
He did.
we got to give him his respect for that. He
Right.
did. He played a lot of the young guys, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, people started getting hurt, whatever, and it fell into whatever it fell into, to where we started seeing more of the vets. Now, was
Right.
that the plan? I don't know, but it could be reversed. You know what I'm saying? Coming into this year, right? So I don't know, bro. I'm on that. I'm on this thing where I want to wait and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm don't get me wrong, I'm excited. Like, I can't wait to break out the light up hat so we can go on another win streak. And like you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
I legit want to wear it right now, but I can't do it because, like, the guys are not playing. Like, you know what I mean? So I just want to introduce. Well, everybody knows. I can't even say I want to introduce it to everybody, but everybody already knows, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I throw the light up joint on. We go on a 3-game win streak every time. It happened last year. If y'all don't know, now you know. Yeah, because that was a thing that happened. Sorry.
Facts. I would agree. I think that the way that the roster is currently constructed right now, we have players that would not have to do. They would not have the workload that they had last season, right? So when we talking about we talked about a Julius Randle before, and you know, when you infuse a Fournier and a Kemba Walker, and then have a RJ Barrett step up, then that's going to decrease the amount of minutes that you have to have a Julius Randle on the floor. And then now, if Mitch comes in and he can give me, I don't need a lot from Mitch, but I need a little bit, just a little bit of offense, right? Just a little bit. If he can give me a little bit of offense where he's catching lobs or he's got a mid-range game, that's a game changer for the Knicks right there. Because now that changes the opticals in which a team sees what the starting five is. I'm not worried about who we have coming off the bench because that has been our staple last year, right? And these guys are used to playing together. So when we're talking about, and this is how we bring this back around to Kevin Knox, right? So if Kevin Knox wants to break that rotation, then he's got to be in the gym doing practice saying, I'm coming for your spot. He has to be in a position to where he makes it impossible for Tom Thibodeau to let him sit on the bench. Now, if he doesn't do that, then everything is status quo. Everything remains the same. We're still looking at the bench is going to be Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, Alec Burke, Obi Toppin, and Nerlens Noel. That's going to be who comes off the bench. I don't see anyone from that bench surpassing anyone that's in the starting five right now. I don't. That's just me personally, right? But what I can see, and the person that most, I won't say is the most inspired, but has the biggest chip on his shoulder right now is Deuce. Now, out of all these rookies that we signed, the person that I think has the most option to break that rotation, to get into the rotation, will be a Deuce. Now, if you ask me right now, whose spot does he take? Does he put Rose at the third and he's in the second? Or does he elevate himself to say, well, I'm gonna go get that starting point guard position? I don't think that's possible right now, to be honest. I just being realistic, that's not being honest. But however, I do see the fact that just based on the chip that he's got on his shoulder, there could be an option to see a Deuce McBride in that second rotation. I don't know if you want to disrupt the chemistry, and I don't think it would be that big a disruption because McBride and Quickly played together in Summer League. So I don't see that as being a big disruption, and Obi as well. So you think about this: McBride, Quickly, and Obi were all on the Summer League team together, so they understand how each other play. and they got a vibe,
Right.
that vibe there. So the only outliers that we got out there right now would be at the 5, Nerlens Noel. Who else did I miss? I took out. So I said McBride, Quickly, OB. Who am I missing?
Sims.
So Sim. That's a whole nother conversation, right? That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
Because
I can hear you, bro. I'm just grabbing something.
You good. So I have to believe Jericho Sims. I think he's going to be that next guy. But it's going to be a matter of when does he get the opportunity to get that burn. He's not going if he goes to the G League, he's not going to be in the G League long. I'm telling you right now, he is not going to be in the G League long. Anthony says it's highly unlikely Kemba and Rose will play all the games. I agree 100%. That's why I say that Deuce is going to get that burn. Deuce will get that burn because what we found this past season, that the vets that Tibbs counted on, they were playing way too many minutes. So when we get to the series against Atlanta, legs are weak, shots are off, and the guys that are used to being able to produce during the course of the season, they don't have the legs right now. So I think what's going to happen this season, based upon how the roster is constructed, and I know people don't like to hear this term, but I'm telling you, there's going to be some load management going on. So that's why I think that's why I think that a McBride and potentially a Grimes get a lot more burn to be able to save a Kemba, a Rose, Evan Fournier, and a Randall. So that's why I think. And people always ask, where does OB get his burn at? OB get his burn because now you have a supporting cast around you that you don't have to depend on Julius Randle scoring 40 points a night. And if you're not dependent on that, then you can sit him and let him rest and let my man Obi go out there and show you what's real in the field. You know what I'm saying?
And
Welcome back, Freezie.
Depending on your rotations, right? Depending on your rotations or whatever you're trying to do, Obi, he's gonna get his burn. We look at things and we say, oh, because of our players, how's he gonna do this? How's he gonna do that? But he's gonna get his burn just because of, and again, I reiterate, situational times where you never know what the other team is throwing in, who they're throwing in, or whatever, and it might be a better matchup or whatever. So like he's gonna get his shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just gotta do what he do to keep his rotation, his rotation spot. Like, you know what I mean?
I think this is what's going to happen, City. And I will be honest, right? As soon as mark this, so everyone that's watching this show, everyone that will watch this show, mark this right. What I'm about to say right now, right?
If y'all watching, get that timestamp ready.
Get it ready. So what I'm telling you right now, if there's a situation to where you have Deuce McBride, Emmanuel Quickly, and Obi Toppin in the rotation at the same time, that's going to be trouble. That's going to be a rotation that is going to be hard for Tibbs to move away from. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because these guys, again.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Let me explain to you, Freezie. Let me explain what I'm talking about right now, right?
Okay.
So, number one, what we always talk about, what's important in any organization that you're in, chemistry is important, right? So, again, when we talk about chemistry, I base my chemistry on what I saw with these guys performing in Summer League. And Grimes was in that rotation as well. He was there, but I think that at this point, I don't see him being a focal point in what they have going on moving forward. When I say Deuce McBride, Emmanuel Quickly, and Obi Toppin, that's the evolution for the second unit. That's what's coming. And then we can have a Derrick Rose come in to spell, whoever is coming in the second squad, and him coming in and being that the person that relieves a McBride or whatever the case may be. I just believe that they have that chemistry already developed, that they will be productive moving forward. I'm just saying.
I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say to that.
I need some feedback. What are your thoughts?
I don't see McBride taking no minutes from Derrick Rose.
Okay, I can respect that.
I don't see Quentin Grimes taking 0 minutes from R.J. Barrett, Evan Fournier, or Alec Burks.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Now, with that said, I am not saying that these guys won't play.
Right.
What I'm saying is a guard backcourt or a backcourt of Kemba Fournier, Rose quickly, Burks, RJ is 6 guys for 2.5 spots. And you can trust your 2 Hall of Fame level point guards.
Right. Yeah.
You can trust your long tenured veterans, Burks and Fournier. You can trust your young rookie franchise player. Your young franchise player, right? And based on Tibbs's trust in the summer league, he trusted the offense to Emmanuel Quickly and not Miles McBride.
I agree. 100%.
Now with that said, and I'm not saying this to be Debbie Downer, because all of these players are our players.
Right.
I'm not saying this to be a Debbie Downer, y'all. So because all of these guys are our players. I'm not saying go out and find a guy. Right. What I'm saying is these guys that I just mentioned are our players for the foreseeable future. Right. Fournier is here for the foreseeable future. Rose is here for the foreseeable future. RJ, you know what I mean? Come on. They're here for the foreseeable future. I don't see a situation, health withstanding, where Miles McBride is going to say, hey, Tibbs, I'm better than Kemba Walker or Derrick Rose in this situation. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Now, will McBride play? Of course he's going to play. Of course he's going to play. You don't waste draft capital on a guy that you don't want to play. You want him to play. Right? But you also want him to learn first and then play. Because just like what Sherwin M said about the standard, like the Vegas has us ranked at 8 or 9, right?
Right.
They like so to that point that Sherwin M made, every win and loss is important. Do you risk it for trying to train the third string rookie point guard on the fly?
No,
I don't see it.
No,
it just doesn't make sense for a team that needs to win every game possible. Now, will he get significant burn? Of course he will, because of the protocols in place by state government for California and for New York. The
COVID protocols. Yeah.
So of course he, but the thing about it is this though. Is he just going to come out of camp being better than Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose?
No. That is not what I'm saying by any stretch of the imagination.
No, that's not what. No, I'm not intimating that you're saying that. What I'm saying is with McBride. Let's keep things in perspective, because the last 2 point guards we drafted this early and had high hopes for. Guess what we did to them? We rushed them out. We rushed them out early. They wasn't ready, and now they gone.
Yes, that's a fact.
And for those that don't know, the last 2 I'm talking about Frank Ntilikina and Jarian Grant. Jarian Grant is forgotten to Knicks history, and he shouldn't be. Because Jarian Grant was supposed to be the answer to a question we had for 20 years, and he was not.
No, not even almost.
Yeah, is Jericho Sims gonna get minutes over Mitchell Robinson, Nerlens Noel, Taj Gibson,
Nope.
Julius Randle, Obi Toppin?
Unless somebody gets hurt, no.
Right. And so I'm not knocking.
It's
situational.
It's not going to happen, but I have to believe this in my heart of hearts, right? Again, I'm not privy to. I wish I could go and sit and watch a Knicks practice, right? Just kind of see, who's doing what, who's giving guys the business. Because I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys saw the video that's out there right now with a Julius Randle out there playing pickup ball. No, Julius Randle is out there playing ball against Melo, right? So when I watch that type of activity, Julius Randle, that tells me that he's not bound by scheduled practices or whatever the case would be. What he said is, if I know Freezie is that guy that's going to make me better, because every time I play against him, I got to go about bag. So when I call you up, I say, Freezie, hey, look, check this out. I need for you to meet me at the gym at X day, and we're gonna play for a couple. We're gonna play some pickup ball for a couple of days, right? And we walk in the gym. It's like you walk into the blacktop. Hey, who got next?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Right. But I'm going to make sure that you are on the opposing team. We can't be on the same team because that's not doing anything for me. I need to play against you so I know what my weaknesses are and where I need to capitalize on my skill set. I say all that to say this. I have not seen a New York Knicks practice thus far. So I can't tell you who's giving who the business in practice. But I promise you, the same way that Obi Toppin and IQ got burned the past season is because they showed out in practice.
Right.
Tibbs would not put you on the floor without you having solidified your position to say, okay, and now he may have been standing on the sideline saying, Obi, what are you doing? Obi, what are you doing? Right? So, but the fact that you are allowed to get on the floor tells me that he values what he sees you doing in practice.
Right.
Hey, in my Allen Iverson voice, we talking about practice? Really? Practice? We talking about practice?
Let's not even go there, because listen, if we talking about practice,
yeah,
you got to be doing some things, right? And let's just say you got to be doing some things in Tibbs's eyes in order for you to see the floor.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because there is no way I can guarantee this, right? A guy like Tom Thibodeau is not gonna be like, okay, I'm watching you guys in practice and I'm evaluating, right? And I'm checking things off and I'm looking and I'm saying, all right, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, but I'm gonna still put you on the floor.
Yeah,
I don't see a guy like Tom Thibodeau doing something like that. Like,
not even almost.
Like, no, not even almost. I mean, listen. All right, there is not a cupcake that can be baked right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even. Well, I'm putting myself in the hole right now. I don't even know where you got to put the degrees to, but I don't think there is a degree that you can put it up to where Tom Thibodeau would say, okay, you wasn't doing your thing in practice, but I'm going to still put you on the floor.
No, he's not doing that.
Crazy.
He's not doing that.
It's a weird analogy because it didn't make any sense.
Bro, you just lost me. I was so lost just now, bro.
That's why I said. That's why I said what I said. Like
I thought it was I thought it was me. It's City. I thought it was me, bro.
It wasn't just you. I said it before I said it. That's what I said, yo. Like, but
Y'all gonna find it that boy.
I was trying to go somewhere, and it didn't happen.
Y'all gonna find it tonight. I'm telling you.
So let me ask y'all this. What do you? So I want to ask y'all about additional predictions for the 2021-2022 season,
Okay.
right? And I'm gonna ask this to y'all. Give y'all some time to think about it, and then we'll continue the conversation based on what your responses are and the feedback from the chat, right? So prediction number 1: will the Knicks make the playoffs?
Yes.
Guaranteed lock.
Yeah. That's not even a question. I don't even know why that's a question. Why is that a question?
Yeah. Don't make me get in my old school Gator voice. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. I agree. That's gonna happen. We will make the playoffs.
So chat. What do y'all think? And I'm talking about the virtual chat. Do you think the Knicks will make the playoffs? And it sounds like a layup question because we made the playoffs last year. But based on all the stuff that you heard from different outlets and such, do you believe the Knicks will make the playoffs again based on what this roster looks like? Or how the other teams in our conference have improved or not improved?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell the chat. No, I'm gonna tell the chat this, man. I don't care about whatever team upgraded, whatever. If y'all feel like that we gonna make the playoffs, just show your love down there. Just show that orange and blue love down there. Do that thing. I'm not even trying to do the roll call joint because that's usually what I do. But show your love down there. If y'all feel like we're gonna make the playoffs, throw your orange and blue love in the chat. If y'all feel like we're gonna make, I guarantee. Listen, don't make. All right. See now. Y'all trying to make me get in my bag, man. Don't make me go get Dark City with the light up hat on. That's a thing that's never been done before.
City waving around blades and fish guts. You're like, yo, don't make me.
Bro.
Hey, I saw your fish, bro. I saw that fish that you had. That fish was big enough to feed a small country, bro.
And you caught that?
Let's go. No, I took all of the glory. I didn't even get it, but I snapped the picture. So yeah.
That's all that count.
I get half. I get half of the fillet on one side. But yo, y'all do that thing. Throw those orange and blues in the chat, man. If y'all feel like we making the playoffs.
All right. All right. So since that was a layup, I got another question for you that'll be even tougher.
Okay.
Right. If the Knicks make the playoffs, where in the standings will the Knicks finish? And this is for the virtual chat also. Where in the standings? And I'm talking about conference standings, not division standings. The division standing I'm talking about in the conference. Where will the Knicks finish? Right? Where will the Knicks finish?
Dark City just told me 4th seed.
Okay.
Early.
I'm gonna say 3rd seed. I'm gonna go one higher. I'm gonna say 3rd seed. And the reason why is because there are chemistry issues with other teams in the East right now, right? They are disorganized and they really don't know what they have. And what I'm basing this off of is anytime you have a foundational piece in your organization, that catapults you above everyone else. And our foundational piece is that second squad. I'm telling you right now, as long as that second squad stays healthy and is able to produce in a semblance of a matter that they produced last year, that's going to propel us above a whole bunch of other teams. Facts.
Okay.
So when you look at the people that we're talking about, right? So, and we talked about this on another stream earlier, where you look at a Brooklyn is not playing to win games. Brooklyn is playing to stay healthy so they can get to the playoffs.
Right.
So that's going to lower their seeding. Philadelphia has internal stripes going on right now because you got a Sims that don't want to play, a Simmons that don't want to play. He like, I want to go someplace else, right?
Okay.
So, when we talk about these things, we have to put things into perspective. And I believe in my heart of hearts, those things will rear their ugly head at the most inopportune time.
Right.
It's not going to be at the beginning of the season. It's not going to be when the season starts. It's going to be mid-season when I got to say, Uncle Freezie, I just threw you about 3 lobs and you missed 2 of them. What's going on?
Right.
That's a Ben Simmons talking to a Joel Embiid, and that's you butt heads right there.
Right.
So your chemistry's off. I'm just saying, but I believe we do better this year than we did last year, and that may just be me tugging at my heartstrings right now. It may be. I ain't gonna lie. It may be. But guess what? I got facts to back up what I'm telling you. I have an argument to be made to tell you why I feel the way that I feel.
Yeah, you're a homer right now, bro.
I am. But I'm telling you, I believe in my heart of hearts, the Knicks, the way that this roster is currently constructed, and this is the thing right here, though, Freezie, and this is what people kind of skip over or skim by. The way that our roster is currently constructed and properly executed. I'm going to say it again. Properly executed. So that means that you have to have someone in the wings that can utilize the talent that you have on the roster. If you mismanage the roster, then we may be able to play in. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that may be where we are.
Right. To
be honest, but I ain't feeling that right now. I'm not feeling that right now.
So I got one more question.
Yes, sir.
Because I feel like y'all answers are incomplete, and I don't know if it's out of fear for the Knicks or if it's out of fear of being wrong. Nah, City. Let me finish. I'm gonna say this because I don't want to be disrespectful to y'all because y'all know we all family.
No doubt.
All right, we all family. So when I say this, it's coming from a place of honesty. Right?
Yeah.
I think y'all prediction may be coming from either a place of fear of the roster or a fear of being incorrect. Now I know y'all not really scared of being wrong because we're all human, right? And everybody is going to be wrong at one place or another, and at some time or another, right? So I'm gonna ask y'all this question: in an 82 game schedule, what is the Knicks win-loss record gonna be, and how does it relate to the position that you picked the Knicks gonna finish at? Because if you say third, if you say they're gonna finish third, and then you say we only gonna win 42 games, that ain't gonna really make sense.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
You know what I'm saying?
Never gonna say that.
So what you think, City?
I would say this, and this is just to put it out there. I'm gonna say this. For your question, to answer the question, can we make a shirt that says "Never Scared"?
Oh wow! Wow!
With a teardrop in the middle that just says "Never Scared." Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be real, bro. No, listen, man. Listen, with our roster, the way it's currently constructed or whatever, even last year's roster, never scared. Y'all already know, man. Listen, only thing I got to do is throw the bright lights on, and we winning 3 in a row. That's just That's just a given. That's early. That's early. I'm calling it early again. You know what I'm saying? Calling it early again. But nevertheless, bro, like, nah, man. With our roster the way it is right now, I'm not. I would say I said what? We going fourth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right.
City.
I'm what? I'm sticking to it.
He
I'm
said that.
sticking to it.
Okay, all right.
I'm sticking to it. You could time stamp it. You could mix
No,
it around or whatever.
I ain't got to do because your word means something to me. Your word, I ain't got to time stamp nothing.
Hey, listen. What we used to say back in the days, Freezie. What we used to say back in the days, Freezie. My word is my bond. I'm saying we're going forward.
That's right. Word is bond.
Right.
Word is bond.
Right.
For sure.
Early, and if we don't, we don't. But if we do, I'm gonna be the guy that's going, yo, I said we go fourth, and I'll have Dark City out there going, breathing hard and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's go.
Right. So how many wins though?
I would say I'm gonna go 47.
Oof.
Okay.
So I'm about to upset the apple cart right now, based on what Sidney just said. Because y'all gonna be like, G-Man is out of his mind right there. He done had that sippy cup too many times in the evening, right? He done lost his mind. I'm telling you right now. So I'm gonna stick by what I said when I say third, right? I say that the New York Knicks, and I'm looking at the live at the counter on the thing. At 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 10 seconds. I'm telling you right now, G-Man for Life says this. The New York Knicks will win 55 games this year. I'm telling you right now. Book it. 55. Book it.
And he said, book it. And he said, book it. You know you feeling it when a guy says, book it.
So G-Man says the Knicks are going to go 55-27.
That's right. Facts. Wow. Now, the only thing that's going to upset that is coaching staff malpractice. Now, again, I said it before. if you don't manage the people that you got on the floor, I'm going to legit freeze you. I'm telling you this right now, right? So, in my job, in my real life job, I've accumulated a lot of points that I can take free flights. I can get free rental cars. I can get free hotel rooms. Don't make me have to come to the Garden and sit down and have a talk with Tom Thibodeau. Because listen, I'm telling you right now. Because then what you're doing is you are putting my word at risk. I don't sit up here at night. At what time is it? It's 12:13 Eastern Standard Time, right? I don't sit up here at 12:13 just because I ain't got nothing better to do. I love my Knicks family, you know what I'm saying? And I believe this content is important. So I'm telling, and I know, Freezie, listen, when I tell you, I know there is somebody from the Knicks organization that gets these fees. I know they are. So what I'm telling you is this. Tom Thibodeau, don't booker this up, brother. don't do it. Don't do it. Right. So what the last thing you want to see in your building is G-Man for Life up in there acting crazy. Because when I come there, I ain't coming there for no ice cream and cupcakes. It's a problem that we're going to have to sort out. And I'm going to need to have that handle. But yeah, 55 wins this year. We're in the third seed. And we kind of go from there.
Bro. Okay.
I'm going to stick with that.
Okay.
That's my word, and I'm sticking to it.
So here is my thing. Here's the thing that I'm gonna. I pointed this out last year around, and not this time, but around the beginning of last season.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Thibodeau rides horses hard.
He does.
Right.
That's a fact.
Tom Thibodeau. Every game is Game 7 for Tom Thibodeau.
Mm-hmm.
Every game is Game 7. Every game has that Game 7 energy in a Tom Thibodeau coaching realm. Every game, like there is no such thing as a small battle. Right? Everything is war. Right? Everything is war. Right? Well, what I mean by that is I think Tom Thibodeau is going to coach every game like it's the last game he's ever going to coach. Right?
I agree with that.
Tom Thibodeau coaches to win.
Every game.
Right? And here's the thing. When I look at this team, with a normal NBA coach, I think this team is a 46 to 47 win team. With a normal with a normal NBA coach.
Okay.
Right? 46, 47 wins.
Okay.
Right?
So you with me?
So no. Yeah, but hear me out though. But listen. With a normal coach, you know, you get 46 to 47 wins out of this team. Now, with this coaching staff, and I mean the assistant coaches, you have to account for the side stuff, right? The slight improvements that go under the radar, like what Johnny Bryant is doing to RJ Barrett quickly and Miles McBride.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you gotta look at the side stuff. I think that would get a coaching staff about 4 more wins. Right.
So now we're at 51.
Right. So your Johnny Bryant, your Kenny Paynes, you know, the Greer brothers, they'll help improve the team and help them get about 4 more wins. Right.
Okay.
You'll see the slight improvements like Q. You know, they playing you to your right hand. You know what I'm saying? When you start on the right wing. I'm telling you, if you cross over and go back to your left hand, you'll get a layup off glass, off basket, because they expect you to throw a floater up with your right hand. Right? Just small little things whisper in your ear, like, hey, man, when you get them leaning that way, just come back with your left hand and go left hand off glass, left hand, left foot off glass, and you got that all night long. Now you got your defender off balance because they know you want to throw your runner up, your floater up with your right hand. They're looking for the floater, so they're gonna try to get in your jersey before you can get the floater off. Right.
Facts.
Small stuff like that from Johnny Bryant and Kenny Payne. Small stuff like Mitch. When you catch that ball, keep it high over you. Don't bounce it. Don't slam it on the floor and go back up the dunk.
Yes.
Just keep it over your head and dunk it.
Yeah.
Because a flashy dunk and a basic dunk are both worth 2
points.
Right. But when you try to go flashy, you give players more time to foul you, and you only shooting 60%. And I know he shot 48 last year, but I'm hoping he can get it into the 60s. This is me talking to Mitch right now, not based on last year. But Mitch, don't give them time to foul you, bro. Just go up basic, and then you go with the basic dunk, and they still foul you. Guess what? You still got the 2. Now you can go get you 1 extra.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we all love 2 for 1. You know, the only thing better than a steak dinner is 2 steak dinners. You know what I'm saying?
One for free. No doubt.
Yeah. So the small stuff like that, I think, will help this team improve. Like 3 or 4 wins. But this team is not coached by an average coach.
Right.
It's coached by Tom Thibodeau, the reigning coach of the year.
Right.
And he rides horses hard.
He does.
So I'm going out on a limb right now in front of everybody. I'm going out on this limb. And I'm going to say to everybody, and y'all are going to laugh, and some people are probably going to be like, Uncle Freezie lost his mind, and he just trying to do this for clicks. And now I'm not doing this for clicks. I think the Knicks will be the number 1 seed in the East.
What?
And they may, with this team, win close to 60 games.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And so let me elaborate because I let y'all elaborate on y'all's. I'm gonna elaborate on mine.
Yes. Please do.
And y'all and chat, y'all can hold me to it. I don't run. Y'all know we be here every day.
Every day, all day.
We be on Blorange, and maybe we be here every day because we
every
be on
day,
Saturday.
all day. Yeah,
you know
every day, all day.
So I ain't running, and then plus I be on social media too. Y'all know I ain't running. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Knicks can win close to 60 games.
Wow.
I think they'll be in that 58, 59, 60, 61, 62 range.
Wow.
Because for one, this team is the deepest Knicks team you have ever seen in your life.
Facts.
Right? Name me a Knicks team in recent memory or beyond that was as deep with quality NBA players as this team. And don't try to hit me with no yo, I remember LeVar Postel was a nah. I don't want to hear that. Don't try to hit me with the but Isaiah Hicks had a wide body. No, I don't want to hear that. What I want to hear is a team that you can remember was as deep with quality NBA players as this one.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Right?
I'm picking up what you put down.
And shout out to L because he said because so here's the thing though. Shout out to L. L said, you know, is it on paper or is it, on the court? And that's a good question, right? But the thing about this is we've already proven on the court that this coaching staff can take a bunch of nobodies with zero talent or minimal talent to a playoff.
Successful. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, not only did you add draft, did you add talent in free agency, but you added talent through the draft.
Facts.
Now, so you sent Tom Thibodeau into a gunfight with a broken bottle last year. He in the fight with a broken bottle. Everybody else got guns and knives, right? But now, you send them back into the fight with weapons, right? So to say that Tom Thibodeau, with no talent whatsoever, and we had talent, you know what I mean? We had limited talent. So Tom Thibodeau with limited talent, took a team to what was our record? 41 and 31 last year. 41 and 31. Yeah. Tom Thibodeau took limited talent to a 41 and 31 record in a season where everybody was stepping in potholes. It wasn't just the Knicks. Mm-hmm. Right. But now you give them weaponry. And here's the kicker. This is the reason why I think we'll win 60 games or close to it this year. Last year, veterans got injuries, got hurt because of the quick turnaround on a 72-game schedule.
Right.
This year, we on an 82-game schedule.
And you got
we back to normal business, right? So if they was complaining about 72 games, they complaining about 82 games. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. And in those 10 games, those 10 extra games, people are gonna say, blah, 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 and whatever. And I'm here to tell you that the Knicks are gonna take advantage of this. And here's the other thing. More teams than ever have gone super young. Mm-hmm. And if this veteran team with young pieces can't beat a super young team on a nightly basis, my prediction is wrong, and I'll admit I'm wrong. But when we play the Washington Wizards, there should be no close games. When we play the Orlando Magic, there should be no close games. What are we talking about? When we play the Toronto Raptors, there should be no close games.
You're right.
You feel me?
Yeah, I'm with
when
you.
We play the Detroit Pistons, there should be no close games. What are we talking about here? We worried about Brooklyn, Philly, and Milwaukee. That's 12 games. Guess what? We got 70 games left after that. We got 70 games left after that.
Freezie, we said the same thing last year. And last year we barely beat teams that we were supposed to beat, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, there was like a lot of teams that we were supposed to beat that we didn't beat when we should have beat them, and we didn't. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it amounted to us getting the seed that we got, but we could have got a higher seed if we would have did the things that we needed to do, but we didn't.
Right. And part of that has to do with us having significant holes in our starting five.
Yes.
And due to injury and like a talent. Yes. Like your point guard's name is Elfrid Payton. And I know City loves the Elf of Elf Street or the Wolf of Wall Street or the Wolf of Elf Street or Nightmare on Elm Street. Something. Whatever his name was. City loved this dude, right? But we got subpar offensive production from Elfrid Payton.
Yes.
Nobody can deny that.
That's
and
right.
in the playoffs, we got subpar offensive production from dudes we knew was going to give us subpar offensive production.
That's a fact.
Right?
The
like second year RJ to take the step to stardom with his first year in the playoffs. Come on, bro. It don't happen. No first time playoff person does that. Nobody. I don't care what name you call. You could say Chamberlain. You could say Jordan. You could say Tragic Johnson. You could say James Worthless. You could say all the guys. They first year in the playoffs, they did not step up.
They were hard. That's right.
Right.
You're right.
Right. So to say you expected that from RJ means that you, Knicks fan, were the eternal optimist. If you expected Julius Randle to have a better playoff performance in his first year than the likes of Chamberlain and Jordan and Johnson and Thomas and Bird and those type guys, come on. If you expected Julius Randle, that means you were the eternal optimist. Right?
That's a fact.
It was a good story. We wanted to win, right? But and I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, man, I hope we win the finals this year. But that was a hope.
And hope is not a what?
It's not a strategy. Right? And so just to further my point real quick, to let everybody know that I'm not Looney Bone, right? There are so many young teams in the NBA rebuilding right now that the Knicks can eat off of these teams, right? Mm-hmm. So say if we go 0-12 versus the big three, I know we can go 0-12 versus the bottom three. I mean, 12-0 versus the bottom three.
Yep.
Right. I mean, come on. So as a Knicks fans, we gotta take our foot off of our own throat, right?
Really though. Yep.
Right, and open our own eyes and see things for what they are as a Knicks fan, and not strictly depend on what media, who says they are not biased against New York, but we know they are. They are.
Yes,
we know they are.
They are.
We have to stop depending on what the media tells us, right?
And trust what we see with our own eyes.
Right.
That's facts. Facts.
Right. How many times have you heard New York's own reporters and such be negative towards us? And we have to buy into what they say because it was all that we have had to have.
To go on.
Now we don't have that no more. Guess what, y'all? We on YouTube rocking and rolling.
With immediate content. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Proven content.
Yo,
right.
My bad. Sorry.
City dropping knives and whatnot.
Yeah, hold on. Let me mute.
Yeah, and so what I'm getting at is I'm not crazy or loony for what I'm saying, that I think the Knicks might win 55, 50, 60 games. If we lose to Brooklyn, Milwaukee, say we lose all those games, that's 8 games.
Right.
Our season ain't over.
No, not even over.
Our season ain't over. And for all those close games that we won last year, there were a bunch of close games that we lost last year that we could have won if we had personnel.
Yes.
If we had personnel. Facts. That Lakers game that I mentioned that Derrick Rose didn't box out, Reggie Bullock missed a 12-foot wide open jumper with nobody on that side of the court with him. You remember that?
I do.
Yeah,
but
bro, I can't even hit. I'm a mute City for a second. Let me. So that same game that Derrick Rose missed that box out, Reggie Bullock was on that side of the court, right? And he dribbled up. They forced him off the three. He dribbled up to a wide open 12-footer and missed. Yeah. With no man in sight. And G-Man, he probably could have took that to the rim and dunked it.
I was about to say that.
But spot up shooters are not dunkers in most cases.
This is true. But I think that with the way that we have the roster constructed this year, we don't have to worry about that. Because the guys that we have in the starting 5 are legit scorers.
Yo, Freezie.
Go ahead, City. Go ahead, City. Can you hear me? Okay, maybe not.
I don't know what's going on right now.
Can anybody hear me?
Yo.
Okay.
Can people hear me? No.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yo,
City.
Yo, I hear everybody. I was just about to say this is weird and it's gonna sound cliche, but last night I was inside the house, right? I got no connections right now, and my joint is playing better than what it was last night when I had connections.
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, man. But
Hey, we good. We rocking and rolling, bro. We enjoying it though.
No doubt.
We enjoying it.
It's good to be on with y'all. But
yeah, man. Hey, and
if I start making noise and I don't mute myself, just mute me because I'm trying.
It sounded like the guillotine was going off. Bro.
It sounded like Leatherface was in the building doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chopping it up. Like,
for real.
Yo, I'm sorry. Man. I'm sorry. My bad.
So, but
everybody.
But to the 58, 59, 60, 61, 62 wins thing, to the 60 game theory thing, that's what I want to call it. When y'all think about my 60 game theory, think about what I'm saying in as a whole and not just me being pie in the sky. Think about me saying feed on bottom dwellers, right? Because I don't think there is a such thing as beat teams you're supposed to beat. I don't believe in that. Okay. I don't think there is beat a team. Listen, the Giants lost to the Washington football team last night.
And
right? To me, there's no such thing as beat a team you're supposed to beat. I think you have to go out and show effort every night. You can't just throw your jersey.
Why'd you have to throw that in there? I'm Freezie, just saying, you was waiting for the specific play to throw that in there and talk about our Giants. When I say our Giants, I mean me and G, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna throw that? You gonna rub that olive oil on us right now?
No.
Really?
No.
Well, you just did. Talking about throwing a grenade in. You threw the grenade in the room and you didn't even jump out.
Hold on.
What I'm getting at, though,
you threw the grenade in the room and you didn't even jump out just now. I saw what you tried to do, bro.
Nah, what I'm saying is the 60 game theory makes sense if you think about the components that make up what I have put together, right? What I'm saying is the league now more than listen. Kawhi Leonard is out for the year. We play the Clippers twice. Can we beat a Paul George led Clippers team?
Yes,
twice?
Absolutely. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right. Could we beat a Paul George and Kawhi Leonard team together at full strength? I would hope so.
Maybe split.
Split. Right. But what I'm getting at is this. What I'm getting at is this. 60 games is not out of the realm of possibility if you just look at how we get there, right? Can Tom Thibodeau coach a 60-win team? Yes, he's done it in the past, right? I'm gonna pull up the roster. I'm gonna pull up the roster of that 60-win team that Tom Thibodeau coached before.
I would say he's gonna have to change his coaching philosophy because if you're talking about winning 60 games, then load management is gonna have to come in someplace. It's gonna have to, just to be honest. So right now, what we're talking about, we have not seen a Kemba Walker. We don't know what Kemba Walker's status is going to be. That's number one, and he's a primary. He's a focal point on this roster. Evan Fournier, I'm not so much concerned about from a health standpoint as a Kemba Walker. Derrick Rose is going to have to get his minutes managed as well. So in saying all that, when you talk about what we expect is that Kemba Walker coming out is able to do his thing. Fournier is able to come out and do his thing. RJ takes that leap and he becomes that next evolutionary player that we expect for him to be. Julius Randle is Julius Randle, but he doesn't have to do as much. And Mitch comes in and he's a beast in the paint. That's what I expect. If that happens, I'm with the 60 games. I'm telling you, because
so G-Man, let me stay in the roster then, because what you said is is right on. But I'm gonna compare a roster.
Okay.
Right? So Tom Thibodeau won 60 games with a dude named Amir Ashik playing center, with Keith Bogans, Carlos Boozer, Ronnie Brewer, Rasul Butler, Luol Deng, Taj Gibson, James Johnson, Kyle Korver, John Lucas III, Joakim Noah, Derrick Rose, Brian Scalabrine, a blast from the past, Kurt Thomas, and C.J. Watson. Ladies and gentlemen, C.J. Watson, right? Tom Thibodeau won 60 games with that, right? And you know what was going on in 2009, 2010, 2011? There were great NBA teams then. Right now, we don't have the great NBA team right now, right? The Bucks won a championship, but they're not a dynasty. They just won a championship.
Right. I agree.
And the Phoenix Suns may not be the class of the Western Conference. I would say it's Utah and the Los Angeles Lakers, right?
I would say definitely Utah for sure.
Right. And so to say Tibbs can't coach a 60-win team is maybe a slap in the face to the fan base, because I think that roster, while top end may not be better, like we don't have a D Rose in his prime, right? But what we do have is overall better offensive and defensive players, right? Because Taj Gibson was on that team and he's on this team too.
Yeah, that's true facts.
I mean, come on. I mean, I need somebody. I need somebody to look at this stuff with me. That's not gonna say I'm a Knicks fan, but I like to listen to all the negative stuff that the media tell us. You know what I'm saying? Because the media feeds us off goal. Vegas was like, you ain't gonna win as many games as you won last year, and you're gonna play more games than you played last year.
Right.
I understand y'all added pieces, but we don't trust New York.
That would be the narrative. That's the narrative.
The underlying narrative from the media is we don't trust New York to be consistently good because they're going to do something detrimental to them. They're going to harm themselves.
Yeah.
That's what it means. That's the underlying narrative, G-Man. Is the media saying we don't trust New York to be consistently good because they always done stupid stuff in the past.
Yeah, it's self-inflicted. We going self-destruct. It's what they're talking about right now. That's what the media will have you to believe. But I am of the belief, and this is what I said before, I believe that the New York Knicks this year will win 55 games and we will reach third seed. I'm telling you right now.
G-Man, and I'm gonna say something about this because I want to get to your 55 game thing too. But I'm looking at that Bulls roster that won 60 games, and half of this roster wouldn't even make this team.
Right. Facts.
C.J. Watson.
No.
Kurt Thomas. Brian Scalabrine.
No.
John Lucas.
No.
I would say Rasul Butler, Ronnie Brewer, Keith Bogan, Amir Ashik. Half of those guys wouldn't even make this team.
Look, people got to go. They got to go Google these people you just named because they don't know who they are right now. I'm telling you, they don't know who they are. They got to go Google them. Like, who's Freezie talking about?
Right. And so what I'm saying to y'all is the underlying. So there are underlying narratives, right? The underlying narrative that the media is telling us is that the Knicks can't do this without messing things up. They're saying the Knicks are your tipsy friend that every time you take them somewhere, they drive the car in a ditch or they vomit on themselves. Everything go good for the first 2 hours. Everything go good for the first 2 hours. But as soon as the clock strike 12, something crazy gonna happen. So that's why you always trying to get them home before the clock strike 12.
Right.
That's what the media is saying. Like,
Right.
oh, it's well and good. They made cute little moves or whatever, but it's the Knicks. They're gonna do something bad to themselves.
Right.
And what the media don't know is we not that person no more. We may have been that in the past, but we not that no more.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
We not that no more. That's not us. We are improved. Chat, do you think we're an improved organization? I'm asking the virtual chat. Virtual, do you believe that we're an improved organization? I'm asking you this straight because if you say no, I'm not gonna say ill things to you. Right? Because you're entitled to your own opinion. But if you believe the roster is improved, if you believe that more young teams in this league are rebuilding as they go and are still tanking, and if you believe that this front office is capable of making prudent, timely, relevant decisions, if you believe Tom Thibodeau rides horses hard, tries to win every game is a game 7, if you believe Julius Randle is an all-star player, if you believe RJ Barrett is a good player, if you believe, because y'all told me, but when I was like, I don't know about this dude, McBride, y'all was like, no, he good, Uncle Freezie, he good. If y'all listen, either y'all were saying nice things then, and y'all were with me, or basically what I'm saying is either y'all were lying then or y'all lying now. Basically what I'm saying. Because if you believe in Grimes and McBride then and don't believe in them now, something happened because there was no basketball in between then and now.
Right. That's a fact.
Right.
That is a fact. Yes. That's a fact.
So what we got to do is think about what it is that we have and project it going forward. Right. I'm not trying to make y'all think like what I'm thinking. What I'm trying to do is give y'all my honest opinion of what I see. Because last year, G-Man, no lie, before we met,
Right.
I was right here. And I said the Knicks are going to win 42 games.
Right.
And everybody was like, no, we're going to win 21 games. We'll win 18 games. You know what I'm saying? We'll win 23. Hopefully. And people were like, man, hopefully we'll win 25 games. I don't want to look too bad.
We won 41 games.
Right.
41 games.
G-Man, they called me a liar. They said, Uncle Freezie, you a liar. You said we're going to win 42 games, and we only won 41.
What?
And then people were like, nah, man, Uncle Freezie, I didn't say we were going to win 23 games. I said we were going to win 39 games. No, you didn't. I got you on tape. No, you didn't. But I ain't going to call you out for it. What I'm going to say is when I said 41 and 31, people were ready to burn me at the stake. The only thing they didn't have enough fire because I was bigger than I am now. they didn't have enough fire to burn me at the stake. The stake.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right, and Uncle Freezie, you always do. You take things to the extreme, right? Nah, man. I figured that with a decent NBA roster and a defensive coach of the year type candidate, because Tibbs had one coach of the year already. So that
before
was
he came to the Knicks. Yeah.
Yep, he won it when he won 60 games with the Bulls with that whack roster.
Right.
And that whack roster won 60 games, and last year Tibbs won 42 games with that whack roster. And now you give him talent, and you say he can't win more games with more talent. What are we saying?
I'm with you. Freezie.
People were mad at me. They were mad. We should have had Kenny Atkinson in here, Uncle Freezie.
Listen, I will tell you this, and I will always go back to my 55 game prediction, right? So based on what you just said, all makes perfect sense to me. All that makes perfect sense to me. So if you are not, listen, Knicks fans, I have not had to do this in a long time, right? So when I have to get in my position, right? When y'all bring me to the forefront of the camera, I'm gonna have to look at the camera and talk to you right now. So I'm talking to the Knicks fans right now. If you're scared, say you're scared. Don't be hiding behind bushes and all this. If you're scared, say you're scared. G-Man for Life just told you that the New York Knicks will win 55 games this year. At a minimum. That's a minimum. And I stand by that. Book it. Whatever you need to do, stamp it. Whatever you need to do to it. And let's get with what we got going on right now. Because, it's the 18th right now. We got 10 days before we start preseason. I'm not even worried about preseason. What I'm worried about right now, and the only thing that derails this argument will be the coaching staff. My concern right now is not the players, it's the coaching staff and how they utilize the talent that they have on the roster. That's my concern right now. But I'm still with 55 games. So again,
what you saying? That 55 games is reasonable, in my mind. And the reason why it's reasonable, in my mind, is that when you look at, I would say 55 games if the injury bug hit us, not in a dramatic sense,
right?
Because what I'm saying is the nagging injuries will get us to 55. Right. Like the sore hamstrings,
right?
Everybody is day to day,
right?
Game time decision,
yep.
All this stuff. Such and such is out 2 games. He come back, but he still ain't straight. You know what I'm saying? But a broken bone, you could take that guy out. A broken bone, you could take a guy out the rotation, and another guy's ready to step up.
Yes, and we got that depth, and that's why I'm so excited, Freezie. That's what you just laid out right now is why I'm so excited.
Right. And so what I wanted to do is I know I got on my tangent about what people said about when I said so when I said RJ Barrett is going to be a good shooter, Freaky murdered me on my own joint. Freaky pulled the Eminem. Freaky pulled the Eminem on me and murdered me on my own joint. I couldn't even talk. Freaky was like, his name, it's in his job description. He's a shooter he's a shooting guard that can't shoot. I was like, Freaky, trust me, this dude is gonna come out and set the world on fire.
No doubt.
And he didn't trust me. And I was like, dog, you gotta trust me, bro. You gotta trust me. You gotta trust me on this. You know what I'm saying? Because certain things are obvious. I don't just go by what everybody tell me, man. I listen and form my own opinion.
Right.
I listen to everybody in the chat. Yeah. I listen to Sherwin M, man. I listen to Boost Mobile. Right. I listen to Gregory Castillo. I listen to G-Man. I listen to City. But what I ultimately what I do is make my own decision.
No doubt. No doubt.
And so based on all the feedback, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, this is what I see. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, RJ Barrett's going to be a good shooter. Freaky murdered me. It was back in January. He murdered me on my own. And listen, and because it was funny. It was funny. It was hilarious.
No doubt.
But at the end of the season, Free Keith was like, yo, Uncle Freezie, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was going by what I saw initially. And I was like, bro, sometimes you can't go by what you see initially. You got to dig deeper into it.
That's right.
And he a smart brother. That's a smart brother. Probably one of the smartest cats we know. You
no
know
doubt.
What I'm saying?
No doubt.
You know,
Facts.
but that's what I'm saying about this 55 to 55, 60, 62 game window, right? The Knicks have a coach that is going to try to win every game. Every game is game 7 to him.
I agree.
Right. And he won 60 games with Keith Bogans, bro. Chat, do y'all know who Keith Bogans is?
No.
I'm just asking the chat. Do y'all know who Brian Scalabrine is?
You got to Google it. They're gonna have to go Google it.
Stuff.
Huh?
City's like, why you bringing up old stuff?
Yeah. I know. City buddy, I got you. Nah, City, I guess City want to troll me because I call him Ron DeVoe in the beginning.
Yes. Yes.
Bro.
Hey, that's City, my guy, bro. I love you, bro. I'm for real.
my
I'm for real.
goodness.
City is my guy, man. But
Listen.
yeah, man. The 60 game thing. I know it sounds like pie in the sky, but it's not pie in the sky. It's within arm's reach.
It is. I'm telling you, if we can't get to the 60, we definitely gonna get to the 55. I'm telling you right now, that's gonna happen. That is gonna happen for sure. For sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I was about to say, yo, I was about to say I can't even see the chat right now, but I can see I can see it now. I'm sorry, my bad. Yo, but hey, listen, man, I gotta jet because I still got some stuff to slice up. I like, you know what I'm saying? And I got an early morning, bro. Dudes is coming to get me mad early, bro. Like we going out, we heading out on that fishing endeavor. So like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, be on the lookout, Freezie, for some pictures, man.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Hopefully we fill up the cooler. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. But otherwise, man,
I'm hanging out, bro. I'm gonna be here for a while.
Right on. Yo, shout out to everybody, you know, that's here in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody that's gonna watch. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people that's gonna subscribe when y'all see this joint. But otherwise, yo, I'll holla at y'all dudes later, man. And yo,
all right, boss.
My Nick family, my guys, I love you. I'm gonna holla.
No doubt.
For sure.
Peace, my brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Peace.
Yeah, man. That's our guy right there, bro.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's City is our guy, bro. For real.
He bring that energy for real, for sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
So we got 57 likes. Let's get that number up to 70, bro. Let's get that number up to 70. Let's do that. Let's get that number up to 70, y'all.
So let me say this, Freezie. Hey, for everybody that's in the building right now, 69 people watching, you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us tonight. If you like what we got going on right now, I need for the people that's watching to match the number of the people that like the content. Let's go ahead and get that up. Get it up there. It's free. So, you know, in infamous words of one Mr. Freezie, Uncle Freezie, hey, when you see that like button, beat it up. Just beat that like button up like ain't nobody's business, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and get it right. Yeah, man. So the City was right. The live grenade I threw out there was the win total, the win-loss total. But the thing about that though is I believe this team has a potential to be something great. And every great team does not start out the gate as the great thing from go. Some teams start out like for instance, I'll do a comparison. If you remember the Memphis Grizzlies grit and grind team. Ooh, yes.
You remember them? When they came out, they were so physical and they contested everything. You did offensively. Yep. It was almost like a heavyweight fight every
night.
Yeah,
every night.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to play the Grizzlies because they just ground you down.
Yep.
But that's why they call it grit and grind. You know what I'm saying? And they would be, the Grizzlies would be the ones. A Memphis Grizzly player would get in the open court and do a wide open super dunk contest worthy slam dunk, and nobody would even cheer. But on the defensive end, a random role player would dive for a loose ball. James Posey would dive for a loose ball and get it, and the crowd would go crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's one of them things like they appreciated that style. And that team went on to win like 50. That team was a 50-win team every year.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I would say that at the beginning of the year, no one saw that coming out of a Memphis Grizzlies team.
Right, because they wasn't flashy offensively.
No, not at all. Not at all. So when it happened, you know, that's how this thing tends to build, right? And that's the same feeling I have with the roster we have right now. Because people are looking and saying, you know, the talking heads will say, well, we don't know what a Kemba Walker is going to be. We don't know if R.J. Barrett is going to step up. We don't know if Tom Thibodeau is going to be able to manage the roster that he has at his fingertips right now. all these naysayers that's out there. But I'm telling you something right now, Freezie. It's not going to take, I say, probably in 15 to 20 games into the season, people are going to be on board. They're going to be like, okay, now this Knicks squad is something to be concerned about.
Right.
Y'all need the game plan for what they got going on right now. Because I'm telling you, what you saw last year, that ain't what you see this year. This is a whole different dynamic. But then they're going to have to, get their mind right to figure out what's going on.
Right. Teams are going to have to game plan for us every night, right? And not game plan for Julius Randle, not when that stupid monster mash defense that they ran again. I don't know what to call it. When you put your worst defender on Julius Randle just to occupy him and bring two real defenders towards him. I don't know what to call it. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I will say is this. Teams are going to have to game plan for a healthy Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
He got healthy after the All-Star break with Boston.
Facts.
After the All-Star break with Boston, you saw a better version of Kemba
Walker,
that you had seen in a very long time.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact. Yeah.
Very long time. But and the addition of Evan Fournier, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know what we're getting. I know he's going to be a good player, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to him, but I just don't know what we're getting from Evan Fournier, who's going to go from being the number one option in Orlando to maybe the third or fourth option with the Knicks.
The fourth.
I don't know how that's going to work. I know it will work. What I'm saying is I just don't know how. Right. I'm not disrespecting him or his game. I just don't know what kind of fit he is, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how he fits.
I'm with you.
Right?
Yeah. That makes sense.
And I'm throwing this thing out here, 60 wins. I know it's going to be the talk of Knicks universe for a few days. That's not what I really intended this to be. What I really intended it to be was a let's debunk a underlying narrative of us being what's the word? Self-damaging is what I'm saying. What I'm getting at.
Okay,
so,
I'm with you.
You know what I mean? You know how things go good with a person, and you like, I wonder how long this gonna last.
Yeah, but you just wait for them to fail.
Yeah, because they have a pattern of doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's not intentional. It's not intentional. It's like, you remember Ricky Bobby Daddy, Reese Bobby?
Yes.
You remember Reese Bobby? Reese Bobby was that type person, right? Yep. Like, I'm just gonna do this, see how long it's gonna last. Some bad gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
We're just waiting.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So what I'm getting at is the 60 wins. I don't think is but listen, we'll move on from that and get into this. And I know it took us an hour or so to get here, but the Knicks not re-signing, going to the Dallas Mavericks. What is that? What is the Dallas Mavericks? What is that? Is the Dallas Mavericks a real thing?
The Mavericks is a real thing. I don't know why. Look, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If Knicks fans are not looking at the trajectory of players that we have on the roster right now, and when they leave, where they go to, so tell me someone in the last let's say 4 to 5 players that have not gone to the Mavericks. Where else have they gone? 5 players. The last 5 players that left this organization that did not go to the Mavericks. Who are they? Please tell me.
Moutier went to the Jazz.
Okay.
That was strange.
Yeah.
I don't remember anybody else.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Freezie. I believe in my heart of hearts.
Dotson to the Cavs?
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that's the so
Elf to the Suns, maybe?
So yeah, that's another one. That's 3. Yeah. That's 3.
I don't know, but I feel what you're saying.
But what I'm saying, I believe in my heart of hearts that there's some backroom dealings going on where G-Man, I'm an owner of a basketball team, a professional basketball team in a whole other state, right? and you are owner of a basketball team in a whole other state, and I call Uncle Freezie and say, Uncle Freezie, check this out. When you got these disgruntled players out there, if there's somebody that I think they could be a resource for my organization, give me a heads up. Let me know what's going on so I can have somebody reach out to them. I'm not saying that's what's going on, Freezie.
Right.
I'm not. But it seems it seems very ominous to me that you got a Bullock out there, you got a Porzingis out there, you got
Hardaway
out there,
Burke.
you got Burks came from there. So you swap the players back and forth right now, right? Because Burks came from there to New York, and then you got
I'm talking about Trey. I'm talking about Trey Burke.
Trey Burks.
Trey
Okay,
Burke,
I got you. Trey Burke.
Right.
And then you got Anita Kina out there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you got a bunch of dudes out there.
I'm like, this is the what you call the Mav Knicks. That's what we're gonna call them. That's the new name. The Dallas Mav Knicks. That's what we got going on right now. And I will be interested to see how we match up when we meet these guys again. Because I'm telling you right now, after you done traded me away and you sent me to another organization, I'm feeling a certain kind of way. So if I'm in Alpha Company, right, and then the first sergeant says, okay, well, we're gonna send you down here to Charlie Company. And Alpha Company is the creme de la creme, right? So when you at Alpha Company, you the bomb diggity, right? But I'm sending you to Charlie Company. So we just skipped 3 ranks. So now I'm down here with the bottom. I don't want to call them bottom feeders, but
they got less people. They got less resources.
Yes. The whole nine. So when that happens, and we come to a field day situation, or we competing at the obstacle course or whatever the case would be, I have renewed vigor in defeating Alpha Company, because guess what? You just told me I wasn't legit enough to be in your organization.
They ain't got nobody that went to airborne school, nobody that's Lima 5, nobody that's aerosol.
None of that.
They first sergeant is an E7P.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Look, I can't even get a real E8. Give me a real E8. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you what happens is, hold on, give me 2 seconds. Let me put. I gotta tell somebody where I'm at. Knicks at Night podcast. Well, it's amazing when people reach out to you this time of night and be like, "Where you at? Where's the podcast? I can't find it." But that's good stuff. But I say all that to say this, and this is how I bring this back around to what we're talking about with these players that continuously leave the team. Twofold, right? So the people that's leaving, they're gonna have an axe to grind when we meet them on the hardwood. That's regardless. That's gonna happen. But my major concern, I'm telling you right now, my major concern right now, the same concern I have right now with the Knicks is the same concern I have with my New York Giants. It's about management. It's about management, Freezie. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. I could give you, okay, so say for instance, if Freezie wakes up in the morning and I call you, I say, Freezie, hey, check this out. I just had a car delivered to your house, right? It's a 2021 Ferrari, whatever the latest Ferrari is, right? I don't know what it is. I don't drive Ferraris. So I don't even know if you can get in there and start the thing up. I don't know. That's not my forte, but I'm sending this thing to you. So you have to take some time to learn what's going on with that vehicle that I just sent you. That's the same thing that I look at, how I look at this roster. You have to take the time to learn where you are the most prevalent at in the roster and how that roster should be managed. You can't go into it with the same mindset that you had last year. If you do, you're doomed for failure. And again, like I said, do not have me, Freezie. I'm telling you right now, do not have me use my frequent flyer miles and my free rentals and my free hotel stays with my points and have to come up there and talk to a
high-ranking official.
Yes, because look, I'm gonna be heard. If I gotta do all that, I'm gonna be heard. Trust and believe.
Right.
Trust and believe. It's gonna happen.
Right, no doubt. And so the Mav Knicks thing is a weird conversation point. And the reason is because you wouldn't expect a team to have 5 or 6 former players from one team on a 15-man roster.
Yes. What?
And if you do, it's usually the coach left one team and went to that. Went to that new team and got some of his old players to come with him to implement a new system.
Absolutely.
But nah, that ain't
what we got going on right now.
Right.
That is not what's going on right now.
Right.
And I'm Freezie, I'm telling you right now, if I was the FBI, if I could call the FBI right now, I'd be like, listen, this is what I need for you to do. I need for you to sequester the phone logs between James Dolan and Mark Cuban. I need to see how much these guys are talking.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now, this is not natural. This is not what we do.
This is odd. It's odd. But you know what though? I'll say this. It means to me that at least now, as opposed to in previous years, that the Knicks have players that other NBA teams want, as opposed to how it was a few years ago when our players, when they left us, they were out of the league.
Yeah.
Like Josh Harrelson.
I don't even know who that is.
Jeremy Tyler.
No.
Y'all want me to pull up that list of names I had last Friday night? No? Okay.
You're right. You're 100% correct, because I'm telling you right now, when guys are in the system, they're in the system, right? But once you so again, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. My only reference in life, because I did it for 30 years, is the military, right? Right. So when a soldier leaves your organization and they say, well, First Sergeant, I don't really have anything going on in the world right now, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and accept this chapter that you got out here, and I'm gonna go on and do great things in the world. And
the world, right? Yeah.
And you try to hype them up, right? Because what I say is this: if you come to me and say, "Well, go ahead and chapter me out," and I'm going to school, so when I come to you and tell you that I'm already enrolled in school, right?
Right.
If you're not enrolled in school, guess what you're going to do? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna tell you what's going to happen. I'm gonna be driving my car one day, right? And my fuel light's gonna come on, and I need to get some gas. So, Freezie, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull into 7-Eleven about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gonna walk into the gas station, right? And guess who's standing behind the counter? Uncle Freezie is standing behind the counter.
The dude that got chaptered out, yeah.
Yes, standing behind the counter.
Because he got tired but didn't have a plan.
Exactly. You got to have a plan. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. And that's what I think these players that we're talking about.
And there's no harm in getting tired.
It's not.
There's no time because after a while of being tired, you retire. Right?
Facts.
It happens.
That's a fact,
bro.
That's a fact.
It happens, bro. You get tired of a certain thing, you fight your way through it, and then after a while, you just like, yo, you know what? I did it for long enough. It's time for me to make it official.
I'm done.
Right.
I'm done. And that is so quiet is kept, right? Quiet is kept. I had the opportunity, and this is crazy, right? I had the opportunity after 30 years. I had the opportunity to either accept the promotion to E9 or retire as an E8. So when the paperwork was put in front of me, I came home. I talked to Household 6.
Yeah.
I was like, so if I accept this promotion, and Freezie, I'm tell you something right now. I've always wanted to be an E9. It's just something about with that title. You know what I'm saying? What comes with
it's an elite, and for those that don't know, it's an elite position to gain because people don't normally make it there. Even with 30 years, 30 years, they still don't make it there.
That's a fact.
Because you have to be an elite of the elite of the elite and make good decisions. not only do you have to make good soldiering and good service decisions, you have to make good personal decisions
Yes.
along the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to cultivate relationships. You have to do a lot of different things to ensure that the career that you put first is not being dismantled on the back end by personal mistakes that you made.
Facts, all facts. So I came home. I had the conversation with Household 6. I said, listen, this is an option, right? And at that point in time, we were in where were we at? We were in
Biloxi, Mississippi.
No. We were at Fort Knox, Kentucky.
Fort Knox, Kentucky.
So I'm sitting here. I'm like,
G-Man, can I interrupt your story just real quick?
Go ahead.
Why is Kevin Knox's name not Fort Knox and he played at Kentucky?
I don't know.
Why is he not Fort Knox and he played at Kentucky?
Listen. That's a missed opportunity right there.
Yeah,
I would say that's a missed opportunity for sure. Yeah. But I came home. I was like, listen, we have an option right now, right? I'm at 30 years. I can get this percentage when I retire, and I can guarantee you my disability rate is going to be here, or I can take this promotion that's going to guarantee me I'm in the Army for another 5 years, and we're going to have to leave here and go someplace else.
Right.
Well, she told me, she was like, you know what? Do what you want, because I don't want to be that person that derails, what it is that you want to do. And then I'm thinking about my family. I'm thinking about the age ranges of my kids. I'm like, you know what? But this is the most important thing, Freezie. This is what I did. I went and did the math. And the math says, math is great, because what the math told me was, okay, you can do these extra 5 years, and that percentage, what you gain in doing 5 more years at a higher rank is worth $125. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, no, thank you.
Is it worth it?
No, not even almost, which is why I retired.
Right.
And I was fortunate enough to get me a job outside of the military that pays me a substantial amount of money to do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the things that come. I say all that to say this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not to brag about what I got going on. That's not what I do, right? What I'm telling you is this: when you look at the decisions that NBA players have to make, when they're talking about moving to a different city, when they're talking about moving into a different situation, these are the things that you have to take into consideration, right? Family, the age range of your kids, if you want to upset the apple cart. Because I'm telling you right now, you will be hard pressed. Listen to me. Let me see. Y'all forcing me to get into my position right now, right? So let me look into the camera and tell you this right now. I'm telling you right now, if your wife is accustomed to living someplace like Florida or someplace that's warm, and then you up and tell them, well, no, dear, we got to pack up and we got to move to Milwaukee. You know how much snow is in Milwaukee or Buffalo?
Right.
Man, stop playing with me right now.
Right.
Your wife's going to be like, okay, you go do what you need to do. We're going to maintain this house right here. You go get you an apartment or whatever you need to do, but I'm not moving.
Right.
I'm not moving. That's how it goes.
And you're like, oh, geez, man. Yeah, you got a good point. You got a good point, man. Let me ask you this though.
Yes, sir.
Because Miss Geraldine put a good thing in the chat, and I want to talk about this some, and I think we may talk about it some tomorrow on the Knicks at Night podcast also. Okay. So the Dallas Mavericks get their guy in Frank Ntilikina. Mm-hmm. You remember? I don't know if you remember this, but a few years ago, the rumor was that the Dallas Mavericks liked Frank Ntilikina so much that if the Knicks didn't take him, the Mavericks were going to take him because they were intrigued by his skill set. And this is before they got Luka and before they got KP. Yep. Right? They were intrigued by his skill set.
I'm with you. Yeah.
And now they finally have their man.
Right?
Mm-hmm. So So what does that mean to a team that covets a Knicks player that finally gets their man after all these years? Does that mean that they were trying to acquire him while he was with the Knicks and couldn't? I wish I had Cornerstone Kev right here, right
now. Yeah. Kev would definitely have something to say about this for sure. I believe that the whole time that the Frank Howe was going crazy about, hey, we need to do this for Frank, we need to do that for Frank. In the background over here,
right?
Whoever Frank's agent was doing his due diligence.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now, and Frank, I think in his mind, he started to see the forest for the trees, right? He was able to look at it and see, well, I'm not getting as much playing time, or whatever the case may be, whatever's going on, but I know I have a landing spot, so I'm not really concerned, right? It's just like PCS versus being chapter.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's the same. So I know that when I get orders and the orders say I need to leave New York and go to Kentucky,
right?
I'm still going to get a check every month on the 1st and the 15th.
Every month.
That's going to happen on the 1st and the 15th without fail. That's going to happen. Versus someone saying, well, I'm sorry, G-Man for life, but your services are no longer required. Thank you for your service, and God bless, and good night. So now I got to go out here and figure out what's going on.
Right.
With the Dallas, look, the Dallas Mavericks, quiet as kept, they probably need to be watched right now because they doing sneaky. I'm not gonna say illegal stuff, but they're sneaky good right now, Freezie. Right. I'm telling you, because when the people that they're bringing together already have chemistry.
Yep,
that's scary. And then you take so think about what is the thing that people generally talk about when we talk about the Dallas Mavericks. What is the disconnect in the organization? We think that Dirk is unhappy because he doesn't have people surrounding him to make him better.
Right.
But when you start so let's look at who we brought in so far. Dirk plays what position? He plays the 4. He plays the 4.
Right.
So who's at the 5 right now? Who do we bring in to play the 5?
Tyson Chandler.
Okay. I can get with a Chandler. Okay, so say for instance that the people that we have on the roster right now are going to start just for kicks, right? So you bring a Frank Ntilikina in.
Yeah.
What position did he play? I'm thinking he's at the 1, right? You got a Bullock on the roster. What position did he play?
Yeah, the 3. He'll probably play the 3.
He's the 3. Who else do we get from the Knicks? You got Frank. You got Bullock. You got Porzingis. Oh, I forgot about Porzingis. If he's healthy.
Hey, Porzingis had a career year, by the way. It goes unnoticed, but he had a career year. People talk about the strife, the beef with Luka, but when you look at his numbers, he had a bounce back year this year.
He did. So there's a rotation in there, right there, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm a man, the star of the team, I see that you're trying to do what I asked you to do, which is bring me more talent. Right. I'm just saying that the Mav Knicks are going to be scary good this year.
Oh yeah, we forgot about Tim Hardaway Jr.
Oh, I forgot about Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they have like 6 guys from the Knicks.
Yes, Hardaway Jr. I forgot about him.
So they have 6 Knicks on the Mav Knicks.
That's crazy. I'm telling you, that's going to be something we got to deal with. I'm telling you right now. But it's going to be what it's going to be. And my hope would be this. My hope would be that our organization, our front office, is a little bit more cautious before we let players go, right? Before you say, okay, well, Uncle Freezie, you washed up. G-Man, you washed up. We're going to send you here. Okay, send me where you want to go. I know where I'm going because I'm leaving a high tax state, which is New York City, and you're sending me to a state that doesn't have any state taxes. So that money that I get is my money. It's not the government's money. It's my money because Texas don't have no state taxes. So twist my arm.
Quiet as kept. I might be trying to get me a residence in either Florida or Texas
Boy,
eventually, I love South Carolina. I ain't gonna lie to you. So to me, South Carolina, and not to get away from basketball, but South Carolina is the best state that I've ever lived in terms of people, bang for your buck.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? In lifestyle, like if you like to hunt a little bit, little fish, play a little golf.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all that.
Go to game. Yeah, you can still get your sports. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go to these Gamecock games, go to these Clemson Tiger games. You know what I'm saying? Go to these Atlanta Falcons games when the Bears come in town.
No doubt.
When the Bears go to Charlotte, go to Charlotte or Atlanta, you can count me in, right? I ain't going to see no Giants because the Giants is trash. I ain't paying no. I'm not coming out the pocket and paying like $500 for a total trip to go see the Giants. I'm not, and I got a lot of friends that are Giants fans, right? But I'm not paying for. I'm not paying $100-something for a ticket, $100, $200, $300 for a hotel, $400 for a hotel, then plus food, plus gas. No, I ain't paying all that for the Giants, but the Bears. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this is how it all balances out, Freezie. And I'm gonna make this real quick, right? So imagine this. Imagine living in the what I consider the best state in America right now, which is Florida. I'm telling you right now, anything that you want, anything that you need, you can find in the state of Florida. I'm telling you right now. So I can see. I'm a Knicks fan, and in October when the Knicks come to play Orlando, I'm gonna be at that game. I'm going to get me a box, and we're gonna put some stuff together, and maybe we can do something live. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna be what it is. When the Giants come to play the Buccaneers, oh my goodness, that's right down the street. If you want to go to an amusement park, we got them. You want to take a cruise, we got that.
Right.
But guess what? Out of all that, whatever you do for a living, I don't care if you are a flight attendant. I don't care if you are a receptionist. I don't care if you're a doctor, lawyer, whatever the case may be. Guess what happens when you go and check your account on the 1st and the 15th, or every 2 weeks, or whatever your pay schedule is? Guess what's not in that, right? There's no state taxes. None.
Right.
None. Zero. So your money is your money.
Hey, G-Man, let me ask you this before we wrap up, because we got
yes, sir.
We bumping up against 3 hours, and you know how people are. Man, y'all did a 3-hour live stream. Yeah,
we did. Yeah, we get lippy sometimes.
We get man. I listen to G-Man. See, I could just do this and listen to G-Man. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But just want to touch on this one thing real quick.
Yes, sir.
Because I didn't really get to all the predictions and stuff that I wanted to. But what regular season award do you see a Knicks player winning this season?
Most improved. Once again, it's going to be most improved. And when I tell you who my candidate for most improved is going to be, you're going to lose your mind. Because I know.
Let me ask you this: will it be somebody that we expect you to say?
No, absolutely not. All right. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I'm going to tell you who I think you expect for me to say. I think that you expect me to say Obi Toppin. That is who you expect for me to say, but that's not my answer.
Exactly.
That is not my answer. My answer for most improved this season is going to be one Mr. R.J. Barrett. Most improved this year. Most improved this year. So be R.J.
So in order for him to be most improved, he got to average like, man.
Yes.
Bruh.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, Freezie. Playtime is over, right? There's no more babying these players or anything that we got going on. Look, I hired you to do a job. If you can do the job, we got you. If you can't do the job, guess what? You'll be on the Mav Knicks at some point. Because
2100 Jackson Street.
That's it. I have no time.
Man, I gotta build on this tomorrow or today. In the words of G Money. G Money always tells me to be relative. Like even if it's 1 o'clock in the morning, it's today.
It is.
Yeah, so
It is.
I
It
get
is.
what he's saying. I take things for granted, and I should,
No doubt.
But
No
but
doubt.
I definitely got to build on this tomorrow. Hey man, so I'm gonna get out of here. G man, I'm going to go get something to eat, man. Miss Mocha ain't here, and I'm not getting ready to get in the kitchen and cook because if I cook, I gotta wash dishes.
Look, I'm about to go down here and get in the refrigerator myself and find something I can put in the microwave because right now my stomach touching my back.
Yeah,
for sure.
Man. I gotta find me a place that I can get a steak this early in the morning. I don't know where I'm gonna get a steak from, but I'm sure there's some diner around here somewhere I can.
That's open. Look, if the Waffle House was so far from my house, I'll be going to Waffle House right now and get me. Look, I need a scattered, smothered, covered, chunk, topped, and covered right now with three cheese and eggs, Freezie. That's what I need in my life right now. That's what I need right now.
If I wasn't trying to be ketogenic, man, I would, man.
Woo, boy, look.
Oh, hey, let's do the announcement too, real quick before everybody go.
Okay.
So listen. So for one, Knicks versus is back. Knicks versus is back. I want to show y'all. I want to show y'all something too. I got to get my energy up real quick for this. Where is it? I want to show you what me and Woodshed 1914 had been working on. Let me see if I can find it. Right. Where is it? I think this is it. I want to show y'all something real quick because I got two things I want to say to y'all real quick while this is uploading. So while this is uploading, I want to say this. G-Man, Sergeant Knicks, aka G-Man for Life, and myself are working on an I Am Athlete type event to present to y'all to put on the channel where we get the Knicks of the round table all together in one room and we discuss Knicks issues, right? So that's what we're working on. So we're working on that. We think it may come in October. We don't know if that's coming. I know I say a lot of stuff is coming, but sometimes the logistics of it don't allow me to do it at the speed that I like, right?
Right.
But this right here is something that we working on, right? So we want to get. So it'll probably be Sergeant Knicks, aka G-Man for Life, Uncle Freezie, Cornerstone Kev. We're gonna try to pull in Free Keith. We're gonna try to pull in the Ghetto Intellect. Trying to pull in Jay Boogie and some others. Rob the Knowledgeable Nick, Anthony D, Cully. We're gonna try to pull in as many people as we can so we can all be in one room. And I'm gonna be fly, boy. You know me,
boy. Look, I'm about to be. Look, Freezie,
clean.
I'm about to be fresh to death. You don't even know. I'm about to be fresh to death.
Be clean, but ghetto intellect ain't gonna have nothing on me. I'm gonna be clean.
Look, I might have to go get me a bow tie. Oh, I might have to get my bow tie game up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so we want and so we want to do it because the fact that a lot of us have not been in the same room at the same time is something that is doesn't pass by me lightly. I want to get everybody together, you know what I'm saying, in a thing where we can all fellowship in person, right?
For sure.
And so we want to kind of working on that. Me, Cornerstone Kev, G-Man, we kicked it around a little bit, but what we came away with is we're gonna do it. The logistics of it is what we're gonna have to work on.
Right.
And so just be on the lookout for that. We'll probably film it and then post it maybe at the earliest, maybe November. But just keep an eye out for that. Knicks versus is back, and this is what I want to share with y'all. Knicks versus
that's fire
is back.
That's fire.
Did you see this, G-Man? Did you see this logo?
I just saw that. That's fire.
Hey, chat, did y'all just see this logo that Woodshed and myself created? Look at this. Look at that. Knicks versus is back. We're recording in about 8 hours or so. We're gonna be recording. We're gonna be bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. We're gonna be recording Knicks versus to be coming soon. I got my editing skills up, so you won't have to wait a week for me to fumble through it. You know what I'm saying? I could probably get the edit done in the same day. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to post it, man. We're gonna try to bring some more content to everybody. And if you got some ideas, y'all listen, if y'all got some ideas, man, y'all want to rock with y'all boys, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a family channel, man. Come on through.
Bring it on.
Come on through. But on that note, man, listen, I appreciate everybody for coming through. Everybody that smashed the like button, man, love y'all. Everybody that didn't smash the button, love y'all. Everybody that subscribed, man, love y'all. Everybody that didn't subscribe, man, love y'all, man. Come on back, man. Make sure y'all show some love to the channel like we're going to show for y'all. Right? G-Man, as usual, it's a pleasure.
Always, my brother.
And
always.
don't think you talk about RJ Barrett is most improved gonna escape us, because we're gonna talk about that this weekend. We're gonna talk about that this weekend. Chat family, man, y'all have a safe night, peaceful. I'll holler at y'all later.